They're not around with solo cups dancing and jumping up and down.
They're in the cut.
They're in the cut or they're in some cut.
Oh,
Roman, move! Come on! Fuck your head in the table. It's my time to shout. Fuck you.
Shout out. You can't tell me you wasn't walking like a sassy single mother, man.
Oh my God. He was walking like, I don't got time for this shit. I got things to do. Fuck
My
your
man was
music.
walking like he's celebrating Mother's Day and Father's Day together.
He was like, fuck your music. Fuck your pyro. Let's go. Wrap this shit up.
He was walking with a purpose.
That's a Class A felony, man. That's law and order.
what the hell?
Somebody call Ice-T. Somebody get Ice-T on the phone.
Oh, demon time. Demon time.
One more time for the people because they missed it.
One more time, Mo.
Look,
Mo, one more time.
I think Eric was because he was taking his children out the room. Hey, welcome to the Venomous Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Menace Mo Young, kicking it to you live on this Thursday night. Let's bring in the Nefarious one.
Good evening.
Knock yourself off.
Skrilla, I see you're still using things, and I just got this over the mail today, and I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it.
But yeah, man, we got a special guest today. Oh man, shout out to the Moment of Truth faction. They hooked this up. It's an online faction on Instagram. They hit us up, and the first person they gave us was Indy wrestling superstar Rika Wildlee. And I'm telling you, be prepared to have your mind blown because I don't think we had a guest like this ever. So let's bring him in.
Whoa, holy shit.
I told you, have your mind blown.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, young man?
You see it. Another amazing day, another day to be blessed, right?
Oh yeah, man. That's the first thing I noticed was the clown makeup. I want to say like the carnival. When I saw, I said, man, this is gonna be interesting. I'm into all that, so I'm like, man, I'm into that. And I'm like, man, this is gonna be amazing. So, man, how did you go ahead?
Well, I am. I've always been interested in the carnival thing too, and being a wrestling fan, as we all are, it just makes sense to become that history lesson to teach the masses that everything that we know and love about the wrestling business started right here at home.
Wait,
He's not wrong.
No, he's not. No, he's not wrong. Like, he's not wrong. Who knows what's going on, Major? Man, how did you get your start in wrestling though? Like how?
Okay, so I've always been a wrestling fan. I started really getting into wrestling around like Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, double Intercontinental title ladder match. That was really my initial draw to the product. And after that, I'm going to use the word in the brightest, colorful thing ever, is obsessed with wrestling. It was every which way, anything that had to do with wrestling, I was in it. And as I graduated high school, I wanted to go and try to pursue getting my wrestling license and go into an academy and all of that good stuff. And ended up having a kid at 17. So that all got put on the back burner, for a good while, as it should. And being a daddy took the forefront. But when I was 30 years old, this is right around COVID,
Ooh.
and me and my wife had went to Cancun, Mexico. We were on our honeymoon, and we're sitting outside on the balcony, having a good romantic morning breakfast, and all the birds chirping, the whole nine, man. It's just a real good setting. And I look over at her, and I'm like, I'm 30 years old. It's the only wrestling is the only constant I've ever had in my life that has never went anywhere. Through friends, through family, through everything, wrestling has always been there. And I'm one of them kind of people, I'm going to kick myself in the ass for the rest of my life if I don't at least give it a shot. I would rather try and fail than to have never tried at all.
Facts.
And so I look over at her, and she's not a wrestling fan, never has been, didn't really care, knew nothing really about wrestling, Stone Cold and The Rock, and that's about it. So talking to her about how passionate I am about getting into the wrestling, she saw how happy just talking about it made me. And we're from Louisiana, and we were going to move to Houston, or I asked her if you wanted to move to Houston because Dustin Rhodes had just opened up Rhodes Wrestling Academy around that time. So I was like, well, maybe we can go over there. I can see what's going on and maybe join the school, whatever. And not 30 minutes after that, two of my best friends from my hometown, one hit me up on Facebook and one called me on Facebook and was like, dude, they just opened up a school like 45 minutes from the house.
Sure.
I'm like, I'm the one of the biggest wrestling fans, if not the biggest wrestling fan around my area. And if there was a school opened up, I'd be the first person to know about it. But luckily it was, and me and four other gentlemen went through the UWE, United Wrestling Entertainment Academy, out of Alexandria, Louisiana, and we were the first class to graduate through there, and that was 2020, 2021-ish. And that's how it's been going.
Like I said, Izzy pointed at me because he knows I'm from Louisiana too, and we talked about that. Yeah. So I told you I'm always looking for new places to visit. I'm an indie wrestling core.
Well, we traveling all over. We actually have a huge event coming up that I would love for you to make it if you could. August 16th at the Alexandria Convention Center. It's one of the biggest events that we have ever thrown up until now. And it's what is it? Wounded Warrior Project for the veterans.
Yeah.
And
definitely shoot me the flyer for that one.
Oh, I'm going to definitely. It's and I think it's going to be as of now, August 16th, but I'll make sure and I'll send you the flyer for it, and hopefully we can get something set up for you to come up.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a bit of a drive, but I don't mind driving. So
hey man,
I don't mind. So
that's fine. Every weekend I hit the road, bro. I understand it.
Oh yeah. So I like let me see what he said. I was going to become a professional wrestler, even on my high school teammates thought so ever until I started reading that wrestling mag called Wild, and I learned about the politics. That's what DJ raising.
And it's almost impossible to stay out of that circle of negativity inside the wrestling, which you can't just say wrestling. That's any business. Okay.
Yeah, that's any business.
That's any business. There's always those snakes. There's always those people that are willing to bury you at any corner to get a step ahead, But if you, in my personal opinion, and what has gotten me past all of that, if you focus on you, don't focus on the way they talk, don't focus on the moves they make, don't focus on the things they're trying to do to bury you. If you just stay focused on you, stay true to you, stay on your path, do your work, prove yourself, do the work that you're doing at the shows. Their words, their moves, their actions won't matter because your actions are speaking louder than their words.
I'll tell you what, this man has been in here for 5 minutes and has spit nothing but facts.
Yeah, you're not lying.
Facts.
You're not lying. And I tell anyone that, like, hey, you only can control you. Can't
That's it.
control what anybody else does. And if you
Hey,
you
people are
spend your
gonna
time-
talk. People are gonna talk shit. They've been doing it since words become a thing. Since people started talking, they've been talking trash. You know, you can't stop that. But you can either let it motivate you or you can let it defeat you. There's only one or two options. It can be the reason that you do succeed, or it can be the reason you don't succeed. It's all up to you.
I tell people it's politics, and we even be doing the podcast is politics.
Oh, everything, man.
Everything. Politics, politics. That's all it is. It's like, you can't escape it. I tell anybody you can't escape the politics of life, basically. You can't.
The only person outside of in this reality is the man upstairs and the man in the mirror. That's the only two people you got to answer to.
No, but I seen you were part of a faction, like besides Moment of Truth.
Yes, that's actually my faction that I created last year, called the Family Affiliated, and the whole vibe behind the Family Affiliated, because we're faces, we're good guys, even though we look scary. The thing is our whole shtick is showing the masses that it's okay to be weird. It's okay to look bizarre. Embrace your flaws. Everybody's a freak, whether you show the world, everybody wears a mask in one way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? You've got to be as imperfectly perfect as you are and show the masses that it's okay to be that. That is our gimmick.
Oh, man, you'd have had me fooled for what I saw some of you in action. Man, I said he's straight heel. How you beat somebody with a chair? I'm like, he's a straight heel.
Well, you think about it this way, okay? There are negative people in every aspect of life, okay? There are people out there who deserve to be taken. There's kind of like what a vigilante looks at it. There are bad people in this world. They deserve to get bad treatment. It's not that you're out attacking every single person just because. We're making sure that the real injustice of this wrestling business gets their due. We're not out to hurt everyone. We're not out to, get tied up and deal with all kinds of different negative BS, but there are people out there, and that's all they do is bring toxicity to the locker room, bring toxicity to the fans, bring toxicity to the ring. And those are the ones that truly deserve the wrath that we bring.
I said that's very Joker-esque. I can say that.
That part. Absolutely that part.
I told you last week, Izzy, Joker was the hero of Dark Knight. I told you that last week. I told you that.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I know there's a lot of bad in this world, but everybody's not bad. Just because you look different, just because you stand a little left to center, doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means you're a little, I'm going to say, misunderstood by the masses because they don't take time to understand. They see you for face value.
Yeah, they do. I'm saying they do. And like I said, I was guilty. I guess I judged you by the look. I was like, this is a fire hill. I said it's a fire hill look. I'm like, this guy gotta be. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, this is. Then you say it's a face. It threw me for a loop. I'm like, whoa.
Well, and every promoter that we get booked with, that's their immediate push is they want to go, okay, these are monster characters. These are just monsters. They're, whatever. They're obviously heels because of the mask and the scary gimmicks and all of that. No, We go out, we slap hands, we take pictures with the fans, we sign autographs, we do all of that. The only time that we are put in a position to really show them what we're about is when it comes to, are you messing with the business that we love? Are you messing with the fans that we care about? Just like a carnival, okay? I'm going to send you our audio book. I made an audio book about a month ago, and it's pretty legit, but it's like this at a carnival, okay? You see all the families going by, they're doing the rides, they're playing the games and doing their thing, but what you don't see is that husband was abusing that wife last night.
Yeah.
That kid knows pain unlike any kid his age because he is being emotionally abused at home. You know what I'm saying? It's underlying true wickedness of this world, and that is our job as professionals, as characters, as wrestlers, to show them that no matter what mask you put on, it doesn't change what's in your heart. You're still wicked. You could come out and paint the prettiest picture of the perfect little family and all of that kind of stuff if you want to, but it doesn't change the fact that behind closed doors, you're still that wicked, evil monster that it's our job to take care of.
Oh man, that's deep. I'm not gonna lie, that's real deep. And I'm like, that's needed. I'm like, this is a different, like I said, gimmick. I don't want to call it gimmick, but different gimmick or whatever they're not used to.
Yeah.
That people are used to. That's what I can say.
Well,
Because you look at it, you be like, oh man, I saw the group. I saw the whole group. If you go on his page, I put all of it on the flyer, his social media. You go look at it, and you look at it, you'll be like, man, this is a heel faction. Man, this is Fire Monster heel faction.
right.
And then you hear then we hear you speak. It's like, oh,
And
messed up everything I do.
Isn't that the concept of the world, though? It's not about what you see. It's about what you feel. Because you can paint the prettiest picture to the world as a whole. You can. I could tell you that I'm just Mr. Joe Blow down the road, got a perfect life, fat bank account, good house, all that good stuff. But I don't want you to see what I want you to see. I want you to see me 110% inside and out. This is who I am. Take me, leave me, whatever. Like me, don't like me, I could care less. But you're going to get me. Period.
Oh man, that is that's I think this is the realest like 20 minutes we had on the show. Like it's like, man, like preaching out life lessons. Man, that's
Look, man, I've always been a fan of characters with depth, first off. And this is not only things that I've thought of, but things that I grew up experiencing from folks in my own life. Ones that play a part. They're not so much living as far as just existing. You know what I'm saying? They're not out chasing dreams. They're working 9 to 5. They're doing their daily grind, and that's all that they will accomplish. There's nothing more. They're very cookie cutter. I'm gonna put it that way. Very cookie cutter. And I've dealt with people like that my entire life. That to the masses, to society, when they go to church on Sunday and all that, they paint the prettiest picture in the world to show everybody that they're just good people. But then as soon as those church doors close or Monday rolls around or whatever happens at home, they become the monster that the rest of the world doesn't get to see.
Yeah, you're starting to see that in this day and time. A lot of those monsters are starting to come out the closet.
Right.
As you can say.
Yeah.
Man, that's why I say speaking is hitting, because it's like you think somebody's so perfect. And then
social media is a prime example.
The RWC itself is toxic as you know what.
Well, I mean, what I put it this way: me and my wife, we rarely, very, very rarely share pictures on Facebook together. Like 90% of my stuff is wrestling related. But you've got
Right.
couples out there and families out there, and every other day it's all family
Yeah.
photos and then bunched up together. And knowing when they get home at nighttime, you got the son playing video games in the room. You got the husband in the garage. You got the wife in there watching TV. They're not hanging out together. They're not eating dinner together. They're not enjoying that time. And as tight as that picture makes them look, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what you paint to the world, what you show the world, the art that you give the world should be 110% you, period. Yeah. Not the image that you want them to see, but the image that you are, the person, the inside and out that you are. If they can't accept that, then you yourself, that man in the mirror, are living a lie.
You're a fraud. It's a fraud.
Yep.
Perpetrating a fraud, son.
Yeah, it's this, man. I sometimes need to hear things. I say all this was happening for a reason. People need to hear things. Like it's and this is like really like some words that I think everybody need to hear, because the social media, I'd say, is gonna be the death of mankind. Because it's like social media is just if I didn't have this podcast, I probably wouldn't be on it. Like, it's just like
it's true. It's true. It is one of the best and most toxic things that has ever been put on the face of the planet ever. It can be the strongest, most influential tool, and I say tool as a broad statement, that will put you in front of people and put you in front of, in a positive light, put you in front of people to spread a message of it's okay, or it can be the biggest lie you've ever told. But I believe, just like with any other tool or any other weapon or anything, it's not about the tool, it's about the user.
There you go.
Not about the weapon, it's about the user.
The Joker just gave a hot rod deep promo.
Yes, he just did.
His name is Rika Wildlee, dude. He's not the Joker, he's Rika Wildlee.
Yeah.
Really?
I get it. It is what it is. But just like with I'm gonna use guns as an example. A gun is just a gun until it's picked up and loaded.
Oh yeah.
Same way with social media. Social media is just a computer until you start getting on there and putting stuff on there and loading stuff into it.
Yeah. And I was like, this words the same way.
It is what it is.
Yeah. It's what it is. And I just wish people get back to using social media what it's for. It was for connecting people. I tell people, I remember the first Facebook, it used to be only college users could use it. And it was totally different. It was like everybody connecting. It was no mess. And as soon as they took those college emails away, Facebook turned toxic.
Oh, yeah.
That's what happened. And
one word, clout. When Facebook became about impressing people more than connecting people, that's when the problem began.
Yeah. As we say, and we have merch that said, clout chasing is a mental disease.
Facts.
So it's definitely a mental disease. I always say it need to be classified. I say because people will die for clout. People will hurt others for clout. I mean, clout is just the opinion of others on you. I'm like, I don't care what other people say they could be. I don't chase clout. I'm me. So I don't get it. But people go crazy over clout.
Clout is one thing, and that's a false sense of self. Because nobody gives a damn about your clout. Nobody you're gonna be that one, you're gonna be that thing they see on their feed. Go, that's cool, on to the next. And you've wasted all that time. 15
minutes of fame, as they say, right?
TikTok, prime example.
Yeah.
5-second videos, 7-second videos, on to the next. Come
Yeah,
on now.
you have 7 seconds to
Yeah.
get somebody's attention. Like literally
Look,
7.
life's too short. Life's too short to be worried about the opinions of others.
Yeah.
If you're happy with you, I'll explain it like this. There's guys that I went to school with, and I told my best friend this yesterday. There's guys that I went to school with that have fat bank accounts, amazing houses, wives, kids. They are living the life that any American should want to live. But yet they're coming to me and telling me that they're jealous of me, that they wish they could be doing what I'm doing. Now, in all honesty, I ain't got much of nothing, but I'm doing what I want. I'm doing what I love.
What's up,
What up,
Jonathan?
JD? What up, JDV? That was a guest, a young fella. You need to listen to this young fella.
Yes.
Like he's a wrestler. He's a young wrestler, starting out, and we just
Okay,
gave
cool.
a couple weeks ago we gave him his first interview, and it was
Awesome.
a fire interview. It was a great interview.
Hell yeah,
Absolutely.
that's awesome.
I need you to listen to this man, JDV.
Hey,
Like,
Yes.
add me on Facebook, brother. Hit me up. I'm always willing to talk, man.
yeah,
I'm actually the head trainer at the local school right now, so I'm always
Yeah.
looking to
Also,
Yeah.
help.
how does it feel you having this knowledge that you obviously have, passing it along to the next wrestlers that are on the up and up?
You know, I've been asked this on 100 different podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my simple answer, man. You know, people ask where do you plan on going in 5-10 years? Do you want to AEW, WWE? No. Wrestling is a business of one thing, and that is paying it forward. The only reason you are out there and you are pushing and you are getting these titles and putting these things on your resume and doing all this amazing stuff is so that one day when someone like this young man here finally beats you, that it actually means something.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So my ultimate goal is to have my own wrestling school to be able to bestow this knowledge of everything that I've gained throughout my career, no matter how long it may be, onto the next generation to open doors like my coach opened doors for me. You know?
That's how it
the
should
goal.
be. That's how it should be. You know, and I know most people come on and be like, "Up, I want to do this, travel to Japan." You're the first person I say, you know what? I just want to pay it forward.
Yeah.
And Skrilla last week said it too. He just want to pay it forward.
Mhm.
And I'm starting to see a trend like of really authentic characters and individuals that want to just pay it forward.
I'm not completely, disregarding the fact that if I ever got a chance to go work a match at WWE, who wouldn't?
Yeah,
But the fact is that is not my drive. That is not what pushes me onto the next match. Going into these locker rooms, even though I'm still relatively green, I've only been in for almost 5 years. But the fact is I've wrestled 24 different companies in 9 different states. I've had almost 200 and something matches. I've been met all kinds of different people. And if there's anything that I've gathered knowledge wise from doing all of that is slow down and listen. The business will teach you everything you need to know if you just open your ears and listen.
You're not wrong.
Nope. And that is what I think a lot of people don't do. They try to just rush. And that's in life. It's just a marathon. Anything you do is a marathon. You could ask Izzy when we first started this. It was it was hard. Like when I started this podcast, actually Sunday is our 5th year anniversary. Started 5 years ago. People called me stupid for trying to start this.
Oh yeah.
They're
Just
like, this
dream
is never
killers,
going to
man.
go anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. It's just you and your friends talking. Not everybody and their mama has a podcast.
Look, check this out. Okay.
Yeah.
So growing up in central Louisiana, having all these cats around here, because I told them from the jump, that's what I want to do. I didn't want to be a logger. I didn't want to be working on an oil rig. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to be a wrestler. And they're like, there ain't no wrestling don't happen here. You know what I mean? Like that's just not a thing. You got to go elsewhere to do that. Blah 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 blah. Just dream killing, man.
Yeah.
And fast forward 20 years, and these same cats that just drove me in the dirt, told me I was childish, grow up, get a job, da 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 da, so on and so forth, are the same ones coming up with now their kids and grandkids asking me for my autograph. Can I take a picture with you? Let me take a picture with you. Let me get that t-shirt. You know what I mean? And as easy as it would be as a man to go, just shove it back in their face. I told you. It's a lot easier and more heartfelt and more spiritually sound to go thank you for being that motivation, for telling me I could. Because it was people like that that created the man I am today.
That's what I'm talking about.
And
But yeah, even in life, I'm an older guy, obviously. And in my early 50s, I purchased my first house. And it was like, I had great support from my friends. And there are those, as you just said, you can't do that. You're 50 years old. Why are you getting a house right now? Why are you getting a better car right now? Why not? Why not?
Life's short, man.
why not?
Life is really short. There's two routes you can take in this life, and it's this. You can exist or you can live.
Yeah.
And if you stop trying to live and fall in that routine of just existing, you die faster and faster and faster each day. But if you're chasing that dream, chasing that next little push, if you don't let that motivation die, then you're building something to talk about long after you're gone. And in my opinion, that's the only true way to become immortal. Leaving a legacy worth talking about after you're gone.
Yes, my wife told me something similar the other day, talking about, man, it seemed like you're just existing. And I was like, and I'm like, it's just because I just work, podcast. I really have fun. And she's just like, you got to do more than what you're doing.
Thing is, man, is like we talked about earlier with social media, you as a podcast have made so many contacts that you never would have. You have got to talk to so many different people from all walks of life that you never, ever would have gotten a chance to talk to if it wasn't for you taking the initial step to start this podcast. So I can't see that as existing at all, because most people only wish that they had the platform to talk to their peers like you get the chance to all the time.
Oh, I never looked at it that way, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm just like a humble guy. So,
I am too, man. It's no problem. That's the way I feel about going to these locker rooms and then doing these podcasts like this. You know, I would never, ever, ever get to meet these people, the fans in all these different states and people that now follow me on Facebook and all these other social medias and message me regularly and just want to chit chat, just want to talk about whatever. But
and it's just like I'll be just amazed and I'll be like shocked that people say, "Yeah, I want to come on your podcast." When you did, I was shocked. I'm like, wait, and I'm like, me, my.
Look,
that's how I look at it. Like me.
Look, I can't say nothing. I feel the same way, man. When I get booked places, because I've got a 9-to-5 job. I work 5 days a week. But to have all these different companies from these different states and they're reaching out and asking me, "You want to come work? We've been watching it." And I'm just like, man, you know, that means a lot that you think so highly of me to reach out to me like that. You know, that means I'm doing something right. And I'm paying them blessings forward. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and then I appreciate that. And that's just stuff that people need to hear. And I like I tell Izzy all the time. People ask me, "Do you script your podcast?" I'm like, "No, script.
Nope.
Why? I want people to be authentic." So
Yeah.
sometimes I said, they say, you and the wrestlers don't really talk about wrestling that much. I say, you go on their page and see they do this. I want you to get to know the person.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
want you to, and we can throw wrestling in there just because, it's a wrestling podcast, but I'm like, I
Well,
want people to get to know the person. And
Mhm.
that's how we do it. And man, it's, like I say, you surprised me. I thought it was going to be like a Monster Hill coming on and just spitting
Nope.
gems.
I'll explain to you about the lights, man. And I know that's the way it comes off to most folks is they see
I
the
think
lights and I mean, I love it. But the fact is when I first come to the school, day one, I already had this gimmick. I already had the mask. I had the top hat. I had the whole nine. And I showed up to training at the academy day one with the mask on. My coach, when I say hated it, I'm talking like trashed me every day. Get that out of my ring. Hated it. Okay.
Ooh.
So
man.
me and him kind of butted heads off and on pretty much the whole time over creative differences because he's old school. He was trained by Ivan Putski. He's
Wow.
he's very old school, so he don't really understand character gimmicks like full on character gimmicks. You know what I mean? And I get that, but. So about 4 or 5 months after graduation, I ended up kind of getting booted from the company as a whole. And I wasn't doing anything with the lights. I was just doing the glow in the dark mask and all of that. And I start branching out and going to these different companies, some in Texas, some in Mississippi, and this, that, and the other. And when I show up to these companies, all they've got is a ring and a curtain, a black curtain and a wrestling ring. That's it. That's as far as their presentation goes. You know what I'm saying? And I walk through the curtain and I'm like, man, this is really killing my vibe. There's no fog machine. There's no flashy lights. It really just kills the whole thing. So I was like, you know what? Instead of worrying about what all these different companies have, instead, if you just worry about the lights, why not become the light? So I started making my own gear, and it is what it is.
I always used to wear those glow in the dark masks too. I used to go like at the parades and stuff. They used to sell them.
Yeah.
I said that always the whole clown makeup stuff. That always like was me. And it was like people used to be like, it's weird. They'd be like, it's weird that you like masks.
Yeah, I got this one molded to my face from a mask maker in California. And I didn't think I was going to be able to wrestle in a mask. But as I explained at as I said at the first of this podcast, doing the whole carnival gimmick as a wrestling fan, and I'm super into history, as far as just understanding the beginnings of pretty much anything. But when it comes to wrestling, I'm a walking, talking history lesson.
You and I can have good conversations.
Yes.
I was about to say you sound like Izzy.
I'm a walking, talking history lesson. I want the masses to understand. I want the kids to understand that don't really know anything but the last handful of years, that everything that I represent, everything that the whole carnival vibe, the lights, the wrestling that they love, the entertainment value, the predetermined outcomes, the characters, the whole stick, all started at the carnival as a sideshow attraction.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
And that's why, like, when I walk through the curtain, I'm billed from your town. That's what they say I'm from. I'm from your town. So everywhere I go, I'm from your town. Because that's what a carnival does. It goes from town to town to town to town. I'm never from one exact plate. I'm just from your town. Okay? So not only are they hooked by the lights, they're hooked by the name, because now they're going, from my town, do I know this guy? Does he work down at the local hardware store? Does he work at the restaurant up the street? Like, who is this dude? So they're already on the hook.
Damn. Damn.
Didn't I tell you, Izzy?
Damn.
Didn't I tell you, Izzy? Prepare to have
Woo.
your mind blown beforehand. I told you that.
That's what
Damn.
I'm saying.
Damn.
It's psychology, bro. It's
Mhm.
psychology, and that's all it is to it. They're involved before I've even stepped in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And they may not remember my name because it is an odd name to remember, but the fact is I could have the best match of my life or I could have the shittiest match of my life, but they're still going to be talking about that guy with the lights.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I get it. Because if you see how I go to my 9 to 5, I work, as I tell Izzy, I work in a psychiatric ward. Everybody else wear their uniform like that. I wear different sleeves. So I have like a Credible Hulk sleeve on this arm, and I have Iron Man on this arm. They're like, why do you wear this? I'm like, man, So look, they're gonna remember the guy with the sleeves. They're not gonna remember the wrestler.
Right.
They're gonna remember the guy with the sleeves.
Y'all look like a bunch of NPCs, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they say this guy here. Let's talk to this guy. What is it?
Yeah.
So I get it. So it's like,
hey,
my wife even asked me, like, why do you wear those sleeves? So I said, hey man, look, that's me. I don't like to be uniform. I like to stand out.
And that's a big thing, man, is you get all these people, and nowadays especially, is you've got all these wrestlers, and that's just what they are. They're regular guys in tights. Regular dudes just throwing a pair of tights, and they got regular guy names, and there's no, in my opinion, there's no entertainment value draw there. Because I don't want to, if I'm going to pay money to go to a show, no matter how big the name is, I don't want it to be a guy that I could rub shoulders with at Walmart that just went and threw some tights on. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to be entertained. Give me something to talk about. Give me something that's going to have me on the edge of my seat.
Eric thinks you a genius, and he's saying brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I look at it from a different perspective, man. I'm a fan first, just like we all are. Mm-hmm. But as that, being able to be on the other side of that coin and be the wrestler now, I understand that I'm only going to give you what I would want if I was in that seat and you were in this ring.
Yeah, I get it. And I'm like, and that makes me think about all the characters that stand the test of time. They were all colorful characters. Mm-hmm. Think about it. Ric Flair with the robe and the feathers. You had Macho Man with the multicolored gear and that top hat. Even though I can't stand Hulk Hogan
right.
Yellow.
Well, I mean, you got the Kanes, the Undertakers,
the Cakers. Bray Wyatt.
Come on,
man. You got all those.
Everything's been done in the wrestling world. Everything at one point in time has been done. But a lot of folks that start out in recent times, they forget it's not about what has been done. It's about what is taking what has been done and tweaking it to make it your own. Mm-hmm. That's the way the build continues. Everything's going to continue to be done over and over and over. Storylines, you can watch them now. Stuff that they're doing right now, you can probably go back in the last 15, 20 plus years and find the same storyline with two other guys. It's a repetitive process.
You only can do so much. Like, you think about it. You only can. That's different.
The only thing that changes is the fans. They become younger. A new generation of fans will pop up. The wrestlers, the names may change, but the stories and the gimmicks remain the same. Tweaked a little bit, but pretty much remain the same.
Yeah, you're not lying. You think about it, you're really not lying.
No. That's the whole thing, man.
Even right now, him being on his podcast, you can tell this man is given 110%. Look at all the knowledge that you've dropped. I'm blown away by your presence, brother.
Man, I appreciate that. This is me 24/7, man. Like I said, if I'm not working, it's wrestling. I don't play video games. I don't really watch TV outside of a movie or so with my wife every now and again. So 99% of the time, if I'm not at my normal job, it's wrestling. Something to do with wrestling. Gear, promos, podcast, working a show. I do all my own logos, all my own video editing. The only thing that I haven't created myself is my mask and my boots. And that's because I can't work latex or leather. So
and like I said, you go on his page, there's some fire editing. I like it's great. I was looking at it, I was like, man, this is some editing skills, and the logos are fire. You see the family affiliate stuff was great.
And it's all been done on my phone. Everything I do is on my phone.
You see that logo on the back? I created that one on my phone.
That's it. And I don't even own one.
It's easy to do. I tell people it's easy to do, but it's time consuming. Like
it is, but
if you love it, you do it.
If you got passion and you got love for what you do, then there is no not. There is only do.
Shit.
Yeah. And I tell people I just create logos.
There's a million people in this world, you know, and I'm going to drop this last little piece, but there's a million different people in this world that can come up with a reason on why they won't do something. But there are very, very few that will come up with a reason on why they will.
Right.
It's your choice to determine which one you are.
That's crazy. As Pops always say, there's no can't in a man's dictionary. Can't is not in a man's dictionary.
No. And the first time you let it become in your vocabulary, you might as well go ahead and hang it up. Because if you start with the negative, can't, won't, impossible mentality, then how is everybody else going to believe in you if you don't even believe in you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I mean, bottom line, bro.
A lot of people need to know that. And I even tell that to my son. I'm like, yo, yeah, I understand. Always have other plans, but believe in your first plan first. You got to believe in all.
Dude. I tell wrestlers this all the time when working, because they're always, a lot of them, they'll have their match, and then you'll see them come to the locker room, and they immediately want critiqued. You know, what was good, what was bad, and all this. And I'm like, look, dude, in my opinion, not that this is correct, but in my opinion, if you've got to come back here and immediately start questioning what went right, what went wrong, then you know the match was wrong.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, if you go out there and you believe in your gimmick and you believe in yourself with everything, you may miss moves. You may not land the spots you want to, but if you believe in every move and every word you say and every move you make and everything you do out there, then you leave the fans and the people that are watching in the locker room no position to not believe in you. You leave them no room not to believe, because you have told that story. You believe in you. You're confident in you. How can they not be?
Thanks.
You need to be you need to be a motivated speaker.
I'm just thinking, I'm like, yeah, if you got a question, whether it's good or not, it was a bad show. I don't never like when I do my show, I don't never try to critique it. I'm like, hey, I know what is bad, I know what is good. I'm like,
well, nobody. I don't care. I don't care if it's the biggest vet. I don't care if it's the newest guy on the card, greenest dude, whatever. Nobody is going to be 110% honest with you enough to satisfy your heart and what you're looking for with a response. Nobody. So you going back there and asking these people to tell you what went right, what went wrong, and critique your matches, no matter if they're either going to break you down and make you feel like crap for not doing what, they thought needed to be, not what needed to be done, but what they thought needed to be done, or they're going to sugarcoat it enough to where you build a false sense of security and you go out there and continue to shit all over the bed in every match because they've built you up to think everything's okay.
Yeah. My favorite thing is tell me the truth. I can handle the truth.
Be
Don't
honest with me. Yeah.
Don't tell me a lie.
We can't be friends if you sugarcoat and everything. We can't be friends.
I'm like, because you supposed to help. If you're a friend, you're supposed to advise me. So friends advise each other. Like, hey, bro, that is wrong. Don't do that.
Like, you need to fix that. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to fix that.
Yeah.
And
I'm that friend. If you telling me that, you damn straight. If I see you mess up somewhere, I'll be like, hey, bro, that needs to be. You need to do something with that.
Yeah, you got to fix that. And sometimes friends like to sugarcoat too much. It's like, don't sugarcoat nothing with me. Don't.
That's not your friend. That's not your friend.
Yeah.
That's somebody that's making sure that you're on the road to failure. So everything that they do when they're shining, they're looking big and bright. The sugar that they put on top of your mess ups makes them shine 10 times as bright, makes them look that much better because you're that friend now.
Yeah.
That's not
man, with just a few professional wrestlers who, even after matching me, to ask if their match was good or bad and ask for critiques. I understand they didn't do it all the time, man. I don't think they did it all the time. Like, it's okay to get. I don't think he's saying not to ask for critiques, but like every match.
Not at all. The thing is it's showing lack of confidence in yourself. Is all I'm getting at. That's the thing. Because if you have to come back there in every single match and you have to ask these people, whether it may not be a vet, it could be anybody in the locker room. Hey, man, you watch my match? Was I good? Then you don't believe in yourself. So how can you expect anybody else in that locker room or any other locker room to believe in your work? If you're not confident in your work, then how can they be? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was like a breakdown of communication because I'm like, I think he said he missed the part where you say every match. Like, hey, did I do this right? Yeah. Did I do this? Like, it's not saying not to ask for critique, but it's just like,
oh no, everybody should. Match. How do you learn if you don't?
But every match,
yeah, you'll never learn if you don't ask for, a little bit of advice here and there, especially for people that's been in the business way longer than you. Yeah. They've been in had thousands of different matches. If you don't get advice from them, then you're not growing as a wrestler, as a person, as a performer.
Right. And I believe that. I'm like, you have to ask for critique, but not every single move you do, because that shows lacks of confidence.
Because I'm pretty sure, let's just say the Undertaker showed up to one of your matches, you're not going to go to him like, Mr. Calloway, what did you think of my match?
Not for sure.
Move for move, because that's crazy. But what do you think of my match?
I'm gonna do him one better, and I'm gonna go talk to him prior to the match happening and see if he would do me the honor and the favor of just half-ass paying attention to my match. Anything that you can give me, any kind of feedback you can give me, whether I had a great match or a crap match, I'm going to take it and I'm going to hold it near and dear to my heart, because that's what that would mean to me.
Yeah, and you
good or bad.
That would be right. That would be right. I'm like, that's what anything though is. Like, if you saw anybody, like, I can see who's a famous podcaster. Let's say a famous podcaster came up and say, man, contribute my show.
Yeah.
And just let me know, what could I do? What could I improve on? There's nothing wrong with getting improvements, but I'm not going to say, hey, give me a breakdown of everything I did. I don't need to know.
And that's a lot of people's issue with critiques and stuff like that, is not understanding on how to accept constructive criticism. Because most people will take it as, you are dogging me, you are trying to break me down, you are just talking trash, and it's not meant in a negative sense. It's meant to help you grow. It's meant to help you get better, help you shine a little bit better. Like I said, especially from vets, especially from people who's been around the block a handful of times, you know? They've done this. They've seen wrestlers come and go. Some last longer than others. But what did I say at the first of this thing? The best thing that I've learned since going into all these different companies is to do one thing and one thing only, and that is listen. All it boils down to listen. Mouth closed, ears open. And the wrestling world will teach you everything you need to know. You'll stay out of drama that way too. Because all you got to do is listen. You don't have to respond. You don't have to rebuttal. You don't have to get involved. If you can sit in the corner and listen, you know everything that's going on.
There you go.
Hey, you know, they always say that the loudest elephant in the room is the weakest. So, like, you don't really want to be that loud person because you're not listening.
Nope.
Everybody's looking at you.
They may think I'm an asshole because I'm not out there and I'm not jumping in every single conversation that comes into that locker room. But the fact is I people watch, man. I can learn almost everything I need to know about you based on your actions, the way you carry yourself, the way you talk, the way you talk to others in the locker room. No matter how long in the business you've been in, I can pretty much tell. I've always been able to do that. I'm a good judge of character. I'll put it that way. And yes, and I treat people with respect, but that is not something that is given. That is something that is earned. And
got that right.
You know, it's one of those things that I'll tell you. Yeah. I don't have any issue with anyone until one is made. You know?
Respect is always earned. It's never given. I said,
right.
I respect you as a person. Like when I first meet you, I respect everyone as a person. Now it's up to you to keep that respect.
That's it.
If you lose that respect, don't get mad at me for what I tell you if you lose that respect.
Yep.
And
yep.
I tell everybody that knows me this, all friends, I'm a proud asshole. They're like, why you say that? I said, because I'm gonna tell you what's on my mind. So if you want somebody to sugarcoat you, it wants to coddle you, don't come to me because I will not.
You can't be mad at me for being honest.
Yeah.
You can either respect it or you can kick rocks. But I mean, when it comes down to it, I'm going to be me regardless. I'm not painting a picture for you to observe and go, man, that dude's living the best life. He's a good person. No, I am who I am. Accept me or don't.
That's
I laugh because that is so accurate.
Real. That's real.
That is so
man,
accurate.
I'm like, people don't realize that it's like, man, I'm me. That's my favorite line. I'm me. I do what I want to do because that's what I want to do, not for claps or applause. Yeah. People like anything. I don't do that for claps or applause, man. I'm like, hey, I'm me.
This earth we live on, this floating blue ball has been around for millions of years. We are but a glimpse, a small little twinkle in the ultimate universal spectrum. So why would I waste it bullshitting my way through the little bit of time that I got?
Right.
We're not here for a long time, but I'm not going to sugarcoat shit.
Here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm here to make myself happy and to leave my kids something to talk about after I'm gone. Period.
That's the goal. Like a lot of people should take that mentality. It should not be about, you know, how much I got this and I got that, and you trying to. I say, why are you getting all that? You're not getting it for yourself. You're getting it to show off. I'm like,
you gonna have all that when you dead?
Nah.
Nope, not even a little bit.
It goes to some family members. Your family members might get it.
I mean, you know, all that makes me think of is they're like, man, I got this awesome house. I got this nice boat. I got these 4-wheelers and all this kind of stuff. You know what else you got? A lot of notes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So you are working all the time to be able to have that clout, to be able to say, I've got these nice things. You ain't enjoying them. One weekend out of 6 months. Get out of here.
Yeah.
They sitting in the shed right now under the tarp.
Yeah, I don't get that. Like, you paying for something that you don't even use. I'm like, I'm good.
To say that you got it. Show a picture of it from 2 summers ago where y'all went riding on the creek one time. Like, come on now.
He said another thing, professional wrestling has too many unwritten rules that would not know about. That one would not know about. That you hear so and so but meanwhile the individual has no idea that he or she has heat.
It's true. But then again, when it comes down to it, rumors and things like that are in not only wrestling, but in everything. But if you keep your nose to the grindstone, if you stay on your path, focused on your work and building your career, and don't worry about what Joe Blow or she said, he said, all that drama, high school, childish bullshit, then you won't get involved in that. They can have that drama over there in the corner. I'm going to stay right here, do my work, get my money, and go home.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I'm like, man, to me, that person, like, if he did something legitimately bad, they should have heat. I get that. But, man, all that little petty stuff, man, I'm like, they have heat because they asked a question or something like that. I mean, that's crazy. Oh.
But that's only between 3 people. That's between the person who has the heat, the person who he done it to get the heat, and the promoter that booked the person who has the heat. The only 3 that should be worried about that is them.
Right.
If it's bad enough if it's bad enough to not draw a crowd because that dude's working your show and he's taking fans out the place because they don't want to be here because he's here, whatever, then that's a problem. You losing money.
Yeah, they go away.
Best friend or not. Business is business. Money's money.
Oh,
Razor, what the
that's being real though. Like, if you not drawing, then you need to go. Like, no, if it sound like crickets when you come out there, you need to go.
I love all my friends to death. I really do. And I wish we could all put on a badass show and just have great turnout and draw everybody under the sun. But the fact is when it comes to spending your money to put on this show and pay your talent, you don't, especially on a small indie level like we run, you ain't got a whole lot of extra. Basically, everything you make is turn around and throw into the next show. You know what I'm saying? So why would I pay you to go out there and not only because you're my friend, we can be friends after the show ends. You can be my friend sitting in the audience. You know what I mean? Like,
that's real. That's very real.
I mean, I love you to death, but that don't change the fact that I'm here to put asses in the seats and draw some money. If you ain't helping me do that, then
hit the
please
bricks.
by all means watch the show.
You gotta go.
Hit the bricks.
You gotta go, man. That's not fair, man. Like, you don't need to be out here and you up there slacking and nobody want to see you.
Lord, dude. I love my tag team partner to death. But when we first got together, I told him from the get-go, I said, man, this train's moving forward. If you want to jump on it, you are more than welcome to. But I refuse to have a weight tied to my ankle. We going forward or we not doing it. One or two ways. I'm doing it regardless. I'm moving. I'm going. I'm already working. At that time, I was 5 states deep, like 21 or so different companies. And I'm like, I would love nothing more than to me and you tag up and hit the road and do what we do. But if you ain't willing to put in the same amount of work I am, then
you gotta go.
Yeah, this ain't happening. Yeah.
Hit the bricks.
That's it. Momentum's the thing, dude, and I can't risk losing any of it.
Yeah. And that's the thing about life. I'm like, this train moving forward. Trains don't move. I don't think I ever seen a train move backwards.
Yeah, that's probably not good if it does.
It does. If it's going backwards, somebody's probably going to die if it's moving backwards.
Right.
but this train moving forward, so you can get
I
on the
don't know,
caboose
man.
and go with me, or you can get off. One of the two.
Right. Bottom line is, if you just stay focused on yourself, your career, your drive, your passion, your art, then there's no reason that everything and all the effort and all the work and everything you put into your stuff won't succeed. But number one is you've got to believe in each and everything you do. The promos you put out, the pictures, the logos, the wrestling, the videos, the play in the crowd, everything. You've got to believe in it first, so the rest of the wrestling world can follow suit. If they see you crack, if they see you have a hairline fracture in any kind of confidence that you have built upon yourself, and just like with anything else, they will take it and it will become the Marianas Trench and crack you in half.
That reminds me kind of the Roman Reigns big dog character. Nobody believed it. When he became the tribal chief, it's believable.
Now it's
He
believable.
believes in it.
I agree. People are either going to completely disregard you because you're trying to convince them, and they're just going, look, we're not accepting it. We don't want that. And they're just going to completely just push you off to the side. Or you're going to hand each and every individual person a spoon and force feed it down their throat to the point to where they go, hey, this isn't that bad. It tastes pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One or two ways.
Man, you just can't. You gotta deliver. That's for any wrestler that's trying to gimmick change, or the old gimmick gets stale. You have to realize that. I believe
Evolve.
That's all I think. And when I think about wrestling, it's evolution. Like you said, it's like I don't want to see the same character over and over. That's why if people look at me and say, "Why you dislike Goldberg?" Because it's the same character over
Mercedes things
and over and over. It's like you're rewatching the movie
Bill Goldberg.
Times. Yeah, Bill Goldberg. Oh yeah, Bill Goldberg.
Yeah, Bill Goldberg. I mean, you're right though, man. But just like I said earlier, wrestlers, the physical person may change, but the gimmick remains the same. The fans change. The generations change.
Yes.
You look at it this way. You tell me, and I'm not even going to say it, but you tell me exactly who LA Knight is, and I'll tell you you're right. The Rock and Stone Cold in the same character.
Yep.
Yes.
That's what I'm just saying.
I know, and I'm just saying, dude. It's all about this generation hasn't seen that yet.
Yeah.
So they're going to take that same thing that worked then, mold it into a new face, and then push it onto this new generation. They're going to go, oh, it's amazing. I love it. It is what it is. And
like Jacob to me is like Umaga.
For sure.
Umaga,
for sure. A more gangster Umaga, yeah.
Umaga
right. But that's the beauty of wrestling, man. It's just understanding that evolution has to happen, rolling with the times, being able to tell a story to an audience that hasn't seen that story told yet, even though it's been told 100 different times. Same book, different chapter.
Yeah, it is that. When I mean by Bill Goldberg, he didn't evolve at all in the I know the gimmick supposed to stay the same, but he didn't evolve in this fireworks.
He went from the
jackhammer.
He went from the trunks to the shorts at one time, but that's about it.
Yeah, it was like he's gonna come out, he's gonna scream, yeah. Well, first he's gonna headbutt a locker, he's gonna scream, yell, do some kicks.
Always give himself a concussion. Yeah.
Yeah. And go out there
and then he's going about paralyzed. He's going about paralyzed Undertaker. That's a real highlight.
I'm praying for Gunther right now. I'm praying for him.
Oh
I'm
man,
praying for him right now. So
I
yeah.
I think he even messed up that promo. He said, "Gunther, you're mine. I mean, because you're next."
Yeah,
Like that's your line. You've had the same 2-word line for 20 freaking years, 25 years. You messed that up. You're mine. I mean, you're next. Is what I meant to say.
I'm
Like, come on now.
and here's the kicker. The kicker is, as he was going into the ring, he already looked like he was exhausted, and you can't tell these. You can't tell these idiots. Well, Bill Goldberg. He's an old fuck
This
who's
man is
blind,
60.
who's fucking decrepit, who should not wrestle.
This man in
I'll
his
give you
60s
my
almost, man.
I'll give you my honest opinion when he comes through the smoke with the 2 sparklers and he does the whole kick thing and then he's fully gassed and just winded and can't wrestle 2 minutes in a match. He wastes all his energy on the entrance. That's it.
You bet not headbutt any lockers at that age.
Oh no.
He might not make it.
Nope. They're gonna roll him out in a wheelchair. They're like, oh, Bill Goldberg.
He's gonna be fucking Gilbert. That's what he's
Slowly but surely.
Hey,
slowly but surely.
I don't want to say it. I like Gilbert better.
Oh yeah, I love Gilbert, dude. I like any kind of gimmick that is a comedic gimmick. I loved all the Hornswoggle gimmicks that he done where he was everybody else. He was Triple H at one time, Shawn Michaels. I loved all that.
He said he committed first-degree murder in Saudi Arabia.
That's horrible.
What do you think of Ron Killings?
Look, let me tell you about. Let me tell you about it.
Please.
I have always been a K-Quick, Ron Killings, R-Truth fan. Always. He has been one of my top, in my opinion, one of the top 10 most underrated, if not top 5 most underrated wrestlers who have never been pushed like he should have. Period.
You can make that argument, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing the man can't do. He's skilled on the mic. He's skilled on the fly, doing stuff on the fly. He's skilled in the ring. He can dance. He can rap. What, dude? Yeah. What as an entertainer? What else do you want? What else is there? He can sell merch. He can be funny when he needs to. He can be serious when he needs to. He can, he can be a heel, a face. Like what else is there? That is the utmost perfect character, talent person. Nobody's got everything, but it seems I haven't found anything that he can't do, as far as entertainment goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like I said, I loved his TNA run. I love that run.
And people forget that he was an NWA champion.
But that's why I expected some push in WWE, though. Especially when they done the whole John Cena and him thing. If they would have let him, give him one before he retired, give him one. That it's the least they could do with all the BS with the 24/7 that they stuck on him for all the years.
Oh God!
Like you took an amazing talent and just crapped on him. Give him one world championship.
I don't care if it lasts a weekend.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
It can last a day. It can last a day. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care if he wins and he gets cashed in on.
Yeah, you can't take it away. Yep.
And I'm like, why? I'm like, he could have he made the 24/7 championship more watchable than the world title at that time to me, because I used to look forward to the R-Truth vignettes. I used to love it.
It got to a point to where people were waiting on the comedy from R-Truth more than they were waiting on title matches.
Yes.
They were waiting to see what R-Truth was going to do.
he caught somebody in the airport. He caught, I think it was Jinder Mahal on the plane and pinned him, man. That was hilarious.
Right. I mean, look, the fact that there's a whole tag team ladder match happening and R-Truth comes out, climbs the ladder, and they're like, "You're not even in this match." I'm not.
My bad.
Oh, my bad.
My
And then
bad.
climbs out later.
I was in the building. It was in New Orleans when that famous Kane said, "You're not even in the match." He said he's gonna win the Money in the Bank. I was there. He said, "Yeah, you know, I'm gonna go up there and conquer my fears and win the ladder match." You're not even in the match, and you see them. Everybody broke. Everybody died.
I mean,
Dolph Ziggler and Roman Reigns were in tears in the ring. And
but
said, my bad, New Orleans. That's on me, and everybody laughed for like 15 minutes straight.
Look, dude, and that's what I'm saying. Confidence. No matter what he does, he believes in himself. If you can go out there and make a fool of yourself, but you are 100% behind yourself doing it, what? People could talk shit all day long. Yeah. What you gonna say that I ain't already said about myself twice?
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You can't hurt me. I'm good with me.
Yeah, you know, that's what Rika said. You know, Jacob and the Umaga family, so you know you can probably pay an homage to his family, and then yep, that is a hybrid. He talks like Stone Cold, but he's talk, but he says things like The Rock. That's funny.
Oh yeah, he got the mic presence of The Rock, but he's got the like Stone Cold. Outside of saying hell,
and the vest.
And the right, and the vest.
And the vest.
And the shades like The Rock.
I just like that he turns his wrestling boots into Jordans. I like that.
I mean, okay, I can respect that.
I'm like, let's see. Oh man, go these Ericans. What's up, this bitch? That's really her name. This bitch has waited 5,000 years to see Rika appear. Now he has blessed us with his presence. Thank you for the comment.
Thank you.
Yes.
The Erican. What's up? What's up, Miss Woods?
Miss Woods.
Oh man. But man, I want to see True have the belt at least once. Like once.
See, I don't even really get to watch, like, and I tell guys this all the time. It kills me to have guys that watch regularly, wrestlers that watch the product regularly, and everything that they seen on Thursday or Monday or Friday or what the fuck ever it was watching, everything that they see, they want to go on that Saturday and do the same set, same spot, same moves, same sets and all that. And it pisses me off because if I was a fan and I paid you $20 or whatever the ticket price is to go and sit in that front row and watch the same shit that I could have sat on my couch with popcorn in my damn underwear and watched, I just got out of my, like, give me something different. But it's easy to fall into that little loop there as a wrestler. But that's another reason I catch the highlights on Facebook, but I don't watch the product every week. I don't. I may watch some highlights here, you know, move here, move there, but I just, not that I don't enjoy it, because I'm a wrestling fan, but you get stuck. You're like, man, that was really awesome. I bet we could pull that off. Yeah, you probably could, but I'm not going to have that fan pay money to see the same thing they just watched.
Yeah, it's like we've seen it already. Like,
exactly.
It doesn't make it. It doesn't make it. You know, it takes the suspense out of it. I just seen it.
Now, when you could go back 15, 20 years and watch a spot from Bret Hart and Owen Hart's match, see that, redo that, and this new fan base is going, dude, that was amazing. It's been done. Same book, different chapter.
Whoa.
Right. And they don't believe some of the biggest spots come from like 20, 30 years ago.
Oh, no doubt. If you watch some old school Rey Mysterio, some Dean Malenko, some William Regal, some Chavo Guerrero, you know, like if you want to see some true high fly technical style stuff, watch some old school Eddie Guerrero. Watch the 97 Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, Halloween Havoc match.
Oh yeah.
Classic.
Oh,
That.
classic match.
Yeah, watch that match and then tell me that everything since then that's been done wasn't built off that style.
That was a classic match.
Oh yeah, dude. Forever.
That's when
Or,
I can
or
say that was
ECW
great.
when they had the luchadors,
Yeah.
classic.
Psychosis. Psychosis. Jushin Thunder Liger.
And one of my favorites, believe it or not, is La Parka.
I was
Dude,
about
I
to say
love
that.
La Parka.
I was about to say that. La Parka is one of my favorites.
Yeah, the Parka with the dancing and the chair.
Yeah.
He's original chairman.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
And a lot of people don't understand. Like that was to me, that was the golden age of wrestling for me. Growing up as a kid, and you get to watch WCW, WWE, or WWF, but that was WWF, and then you watch ECW that used to come on Monday. I used to be like, that used to be great. That was great for me.
I was a huge I liked characters like Blue Meanie. Okay, I love crazy off the wall. Yes, dude, crazy off the wall characters, man, that made zero sense. Why? You got Al Snow carrying around a mannequin head. Why do you got all these small children chanting "We want head"? I don't know, but it was awesome. It was great. You got what it was, Crash Holly carrying around a scale. Scale was bigger than he was.
What do you think of Doink the Clown?
You know what? I like Doink the Clown. I do. Wasn't really a draw as far as for my gimmick personally, but I've always loved the fact that people don't understand how hard it is to work a character behind a mask when selling moves. Because when you're taught wrestling, you're taught facial expression says everything, tells the story. When you're put in a headlock, they know it hurts by the facial expression you're giving. Most of the time, they can't hear you because the crowd's so loud. So it ain't like you can scream. But if your face looks like you're in pain, then that's how they portray the move. But if you're behind a mask, you've got to find a whole new aspect of body language to tell that story to the fans about how the move is being pushed on you. And to do that behind a full head cover mask like a luchador, impressive. That's why I can respect Doink. Dude was a great wrestler. All the different Doinks were. The multiple different Doinks.
Yes.
But
I like the first Doink.
yeah.
That was my boy. He even though he scared me when I was a kid, but
hey,
I like that Doink. As I go back now and watch it, I like that Doink better.
I don't know. I just wanted, with everything going and the way wrestling is portrayed nowadays, outside of doing stuff like Bray Wyatt-esque, there's no characters anymore, really. There's not a lot of gimmicks. You know what I mean?
No.
And those were my favorite growing up. Those were what I tuned in for. I wanted to watch those characters. If I didn't get to hear about Undertaker and Kane burning alive and all this other crazy stuff with that backstory, if I didn't know that and didn't get to hear that growing up, I probably wouldn't have been near about as interested in those characters. But they were movie stars, man. It was a movie. It was depth. They gave a whole backstory, a whole script on how these characters became these characters. They didn't just come out on screen and they're just them.
And that's where Lucha Underground was great.
Yeah.
Because the story, the constant stories that were being told about Pentagon Dark, Mil Muertes, etc., etc. The stories behind the characters was amazing, and it's just not there. It's kind of not there anymore.
And the thing about it is, it just like we were talking earlier about social media being a tool. it is almost impossible to not see that social media could help build and tell those stories, even in between shows. Okay,
Right.
like put it this way: if they were pushing the Kane and Undertaker story nowadays, if it was brand new nowadays, they told you about Undertaker being the older brother of Kane and Paul Bearer and the whole burning and all that, and then as soon as the show went off air, they posted a vignette to Facebook of that backstory of them as kids. And you see what I'm saying? Like, you can build it that way nowadays and keep people involved. But you've got wrestlers and even professional wrestlers, big time professional wrestlers, that are shooting car promos. And it's fucking lazy, man. It's so lazy.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
I'll say the only ones who are using social media to make it like they hate each other is Jade and Naomi. They are using it right. They are. It don't matter what post. If one posts something, the other one comes underneath there, and they're digging at each other like they really hate each other. They're keeping the kayfabe alive. That's the only ones that see use it.
The only negative that I have to say about that is, which I don't even know if it's just them, but there's a lot of different social medias other than Twitter or X, and that's why, as the Rika character, I've got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok. I got everything, because you don't never know. There's a whole different fan base on each one of those platforms.
I'm learning that.
Yeah, there's a whole different fan base on each platform, and you don't ever know what promoter uses what they promote their wrestling on the most. Like, they may only use Twitter or only use Instagram or only use Facebook. So if you've got your hand in a little bit of everything, then there's no reason that the world can't see you in a glimpse.
Oh, see, yeah, they should use it more. I think Karrion Kross is using social media since they're not pushing him. I'm like, I don't get it.
I had to explain that to my coach, who, like I said, he's old school. He never really messed with social media like that. But me and him butted heads over that when I first got in, and I was telling him about the power of social media, and I'm like, if you want to build this school, if you want to push this company, we got to push it through Facebook and Instagram and da-da-da-da. And he was like, always griping about it, not the edits and all that stuff. I said, look, I'm going to break it down to you like this. And I didn't want to be that asshole, but I was that asshole.
Good for you.
Okay? Yeah. I said, here's the deal. What used to take you a decade to get enough match clips to put together to make you a highlight video to send to a promoter to possibly get booked somewhere, I can do it while I'm taking a shit.
Yeah. What took you a decade can now take you 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. If that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I could get in front of millions where it would take you a decade to get in front of a couple hundred. Just on the fact that that's how much power social media has. Now, it can be used for good or it can be used for bad, but there's no reason that you can't build yourself and push yourself as big as you want to if you've got the passion and the drive to do so.
Yeah. I think people need to stop being lazy with not using social media. And you're right. I know that you're talking about the car promos. That I'm like, why are you a big star and you're using a car?
Dude, they're waiting. Everybody's waiting on that one video. Everybody, just like roulette. It's just like gambling. It's like pulling an arm on a slot machine. It's like gambling. Everybody's waiting for that one viral video to pop off. But if you don't put in the work, if you're not feeding that machine, then you ain't never gonna get nothing.
You're not lying. One video could change your life. Like, that's what I learned about social media.
It could, but if you ain't feeding the machine, if you ain't putting the videos out, if you're only putting one out every couple, there's millions upon millions of Facebook profiles and Instagram profiles and all of this kind of stuff. And if you're not constantly feeding the machine, if you're not constantly throwing stuff out there, you get lost in the algorithm. You get lost in the mix because you're just one of millions and billions that are putting out the same content. But if you're constantly feeding the machine, eventually that machine's going to hit. And when it does, you're going to reap the rewards.
Oh, yeah. And I find myself guilty sometimes of not
We
feeding the
all do.
machine. Yeah,
We all do.
life
But
happens.
it does. It does.
It happened with me one, and WWE hated on my video. It's when when they kicked
Oh no.
when they kicked Edge out of the Judgment Day, and I put my own edits on the video, and I got about 500K. People just kept flooding, and then they would not release the video so I could get paid because they said I used their. I'm like, oh, y'all hate it, but they gave me up to about almost like I went from like 10 subscribers overnight to like almost 2,700.
Dang. Okay.
Like overnight. And I'm like, it was one video, and I just said, I'm just gonna mess around and put this on YouTube.
Yep.
I'm messing around, and then my phone was lighting up like Christmas. Like, what's going on?
When I first started TikTok, I wasn't doing the Rika profile. I was just doing my regular. I've got another one called Exist to Inspire Official. That's my regular TikTok. And I was doing that, and I think I've got right at 50,000 followers on there on that TikTok. But it stopped growing about 2022, and that's pretty much been just that. But for a short time, it was blowing up pretty good.
Yeah, it blows up pretty fast. You just gotta be ready for it.
But I stopped posting a lot on it when I started doing the Rika profile and started posting on my match clips and stuff, and focusing on that more. But in all honesty, I just like people seeing my work. I've got VHS tapes of me back in the day wrestling that I showed people up until I started wrestling on social media, the real wrestling. Pull out my VCR, like, you got to watch these tapes of me when I'm 15 years old doing a backflip off the whatever, but scratching an itch, man. And now I get to show the world, and I'm blessed for that.
Oh man, I'm glad, man. Like, shoot. I just thinking, I'm like, man, you hit on everything that I could say I needed to hear. Like so far, man. But we even asked about how many championships you own, because I see the video. I mean, in the picture you sent me, you have multiple championships.
I've got right now. I've got 3. I've got one in Silsbee, Texas, which is the SWF Heavyweight Championship. I've got one tag team championship from CCW in Fort Smith and Alma, Arkansas. And I've got a tag team championship in Oklahoma City.
So
and
a heavyweight champion.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh.
There it is. There it is. Yes, indeed. There it is.
Yeah. But thing is, man, is just like I told the rest of the promoters and all that when they started talking about throwing belts at me and stuff, and I'm humbled for them to even believe in me enough to be their champion, but I'm not doing this to belt chase. I'm not doing this to chase gold. I'm not doing it to if you let me be champion for a day, that's all I need. It's on the resume, buddy. You can't take it away from me. So I've been 6 champions so far. I've been 3 different tags and 3 different singles so far in 4 different states. But
man, that's like, well, we got a streak going. Like every time someone comes on, the next month or so, they're a champ. Like it's like a streak. It's like a crazy streak.
Hey, man.
That's a crazy streak that we got going on. So
people
more goal in your future.
Well, people forget about how awesome it is being a champion. Yeah, but that also means you're now obligated to represent and go to that company's every single show to defend that title. So that's a lot of road time and money out your pocket and everything else that you got to go and represent that title and that company.
Yeah.
You win one in Oklahoma City from where I'm sitting right now. That's almost a 9-hour drive one way.
Shoo.
So, and when we hitting that up, not this weekend, but next weekend, we got Silsbee, Texas this weekend. And then
It's
the
still
following
a
weekend.
good bit of drive, though. It's still a drive.
Oh, yeah, that's like 4.5 hours. And then you got Oklahoma City, and then Shreveport, Louisiana, at the Great Raft Brewery. Yeah, I'm pretty much booked up all the way to 2026.
That's what I'm talking about.
And pretty much every weekend, unless I've just deliberately took off. Like I go to the Renaissance Fair every year in Hammond. So, yeah. So I make sure to take off. That's my birthday month is November. So I make sure to take off at least one weekend to go down there and enjoy that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a November boy too.
I'm
November
sorry,
what?
I'm not.
12.
Ace. Scorpio, yeah, I did
Scorpios,
it.
baby.
I'm sorry. My birthday's Sunday, so I'm sorry. I'm not in
It's
November. I'm out
this
of
Sunday?
this. Yeah.
This Sunday?
Yeah. This
Yeah.
Sunday.
Oh, well, happy early birthday then.
Thank you. Thank you. Like, also, that was my gift to myself during COVID. So that's why the anniversary of the show is always on my birthday. That was what I gave myself on my 35th birthday. I said, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna just do this. And then I
So
just
this
put
will
out
you'll be 35?
and I'll be 40.
You'll be 40?
It's
I'll be
been done
36
for
in
5 years.
November.
Yeah, I'm 40, making a big fool.
I hear you.
I got you both, D. Don't worry about it.
She's like, y'all just keep talking.
Your soul is young, yes, your soul is young.
Hey, yeah. Look. You're only as young as you feel, and I know that's bullshit because I feel 90, but you know.
Right.
I tell my wife all the time, I said, when we first got together, one day, and I started doing this wrestling stuff, I said, one day I'm going to wake up and just develop rigor mortis, and you're just going to have to take care of me. And that's just how that is. I'm just going to be stuck and I'm not moving no more. And that'd be that. And I can give you the heads up is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, man. I wish I had a 25-year-old body back. These random pains. Just random pains that's coming from me.
Man, I got one son. He's 17, almost 18. And that's it for me. And if I can stay limber enough and agile enough to do one match with him before I hang it up, I think that'd be cool.
Oh, man.
Does he have some training?
Yeah, he's trained. I've trained him.
Okay.
But right now it's all skateboarding and girls. So
hopefully he doesn't think of you as a deadbeat dad.
Definitely not. I mean,
dirty dog.
I look at it like this: like, God forbid he ends up having a kid as young as I do. If Grandpa is out there and he's cutting moonsaults off the top rope dressed like a clown every weekend, name one other kid that's got that in their resume.
Sam, would you let it if he decides to do it? You let him take up the mantle after you?
Oh yeah.
After you
retire. Oh yeah.
Be Rika Jr.
yeah. I would do that. I would do that. I would want him to. I told him from the get-go because he's always been interested in wrestling. Just growing up around me, we all went wrestling together and stuff like that. But just like with anything, I said I want you to do it because you want to, not because I want you to. I don't want you to chase my dream. I want you to chase your own. I've had the opportunity to chase mine. Yeah. If you want to get into it, I'd love it nothing more. But I don't want you to do it because I'm doing it.
Do it because you like it, because you love it.
Yeah, because you love it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like it, but love it.
Yeah.
Because if you
We
don't,
all have different passions.
like I say, like my kid, he's 14. I'm like, you do what you feel you need to do. Don't get into sports because I like it. Don't try to get into wrestling because I like it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. You don't get it. I get that. Just do what you want to do, but make sure it's productive. That's all I say. I don't care what you do, as long as it's productive.
I like what I like, and you like what you like. It doesn't make either of us wrong. It actually is perfect because that's what makes the world go round. I can't live for you. You can't live for me. What I'm into, you may not be, and what you're into, I may not be. But that's what makes this this world that we live on, beautiful.
Yeah. Like, man, my wife can't stand wrestling. But she comes to me to some of the indie wrestling things, and she kind of I can see her kind of trying to get into it. It is like, yeah, she just see that I love it, and she just supports
My
me.
wife's biggest fear is clowns.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh Lord!
Yeah,
No!
yeah. Exposure therapy is a thing.
Ooh.
You know, her only rule was the mask don't come in the bedroom. That's the only rule. So
I don't think I could even have that in the house if my wife was getting clowns.
well, with as much as I pushed it and much traveling as I do, I try to keep it away from home. When I'm home, I'm home. You know what I mean? Or I try to be as much as I can.
Is it difficult to separate the two?
I would say yes, but just like I'm talking to you guys now, this is me. This is me every day. I mean, I'm a very I've dealt with negative all my life. I'm a very positive person. I'm a realist. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. I'm gonna give you my opinion. Take it, leave it, whatever. You know, I don't, as an adult, as a man, I don't have to hold my tongue. There's one person in this world that I have to cater to and have to, do that kind of stuff to, and that's my wife, because I tied my life to her. That's the love of my life. That's the one that I have to make sure is taken care of. But outside of that, I'm going to tell you what I believe and what I feel, and take it or leave it.
Yep. I've learned that as I've gotten older. Nowadays I got no damn filter. If you suck, guess what? I'm going to tell you suck. I don't care.
And the thing is that me telling you suck is my opinion. That don't mean that's the truth. But
no. If I tell you if you suck and I tell you you're great, I'm robbing you of everything that's going to get you better.
Yeah. So the thing is, what I'm saying is like you could believe you're great, and if I'm telling you suck, well, that's my opinion of you.
That's very true.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's the old saying? Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, and they all stink.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm like, just don't get. See, I don't let people's opinion of me change me. I'm like, that's your opinion of me. I don't care about your opinion.
Your own opinion of you is the only one that matters, bro.
Yeah.
The man in the mirror.
As the old people say, what you eat don't make me shit. So
right. Like I promise I'd be a whole different person if I listened to everybody's opinion of who I am. You can't let the world tell you who you are.
I'll be totally different. Probably wouldn't even be on this podcast. Be like, why are you doing it? I love it. That's why I'm doing it. Now leave me be.
Exactly.
I've been living my life miserable off working in the oil field somewhere, not even wrestling or nothing, probably.
That's no way to live.
No.
Anybody out there, just do what you feel you need to do.
What makes you happy, man?
Yeah.
What makes you happy? What feeds your spirit? Do that. Not what everybody tells you to do. Not what society tells you to do. What feeds your spirit? And I know we've been on here almost 2 hours, and I'm gonna have to cut it here in a little bit. But
we get it.
I want to leave y'all with this though. I go live every single day, and I always end with this little spiel right here. But I want everybody out there to push for positivity. Always make the most of each and every day. If you get a chance to make change, make that change, because there's so many people out there that will never get the chance to make the changes you get to make today. All right? If you see somebody going through some bullshit, be that shoulder to lean on. Be that ear to listen. You ain't got to fix their problem. We're not in the business of fixing problems, but we just need to let them know that we're there if they need us. And one day when you're going through your own bullshit, as we always do from time to time, somebody will be there to push that same good energy, common courtesy, and be that ear and shoulder for us when we need it most. And you really never know how much that small little gesture right there could really save a life or two. So be there for somebody.
Oh man, that is
Hold on a
great.
second. Fuck that.
Yeah, man, that was great, man. I can say this is one of the most insightful interviews that I've had. We
Well,
have
I
had here.
appreciate that.
Very
And
insightful,
Thank you so much, young man.
Rika.
yes,
Yeah, man. Thank
thank
you
y'all
so
for
much,
having me on.
man. You can come back anytime you want.
Anytime.
I tell people the first time is, it's formal. The next time is tell me, hey, I'm coming on. I'm like, okay.
All right. I'm gonna try to get the family on one day.
Oh yeah, definitely get
Yes.
the family on one day. Let us know, please. Let us. We would like to meet the family, definitely.
All right, definitely. Well, thank
All
you
right,
guys
man.
again. Everybody out there, I appreciate you guys. Follow me on all the social medias. He'll tag me and stuff later.
Yeah,
Thank you again.
definitely.
And I will see y'all very soon. Much love, and y'all have a good one. All right.
Thank
All
you,
right,
brother.
Rika,
Thank
man.
you
We
so
appreciate
much.
you.
Later, brother.
All right, thank you for coming on, man. Like I say, it's the summer, the summer of interviews, as I'm gonna call it.
Man, when
Man.
have you ever seen me give somebody a standing ovation? Never.
So I standing for the hoochie
Except for
daddy.
Hoochie Daddy, but
Never.
ovation.
Ovation, yeah, never. That was a great interview. I told you you're gonna have your mind blown. I didn't lie to you.
You didn't.
I said this. I said I when I put him on the screen, I saw your face. You're like, you looking like,
Oh shit!
you're like, oh shit.
But
I see his other interviews, so I know he was gonna come in full regalia. They say I knew he was gonna come. So I'm like, when I put him on, I say I want to look at Izzy's face. Izzy, you went, oh shit.
I was so impressed by his demeanor, by his intellect.
Yeah.
Just this man just preaches. He preached nothing but facts and positivity. Nothing but, and some of his words. And I'll say this: some of his words touched me.
It touched me. I ain't gonna lie, it did. I'm like, damn, it's like he's speaking right to me. Like I needed to hear this.
Exactly. When he was talking about going through the mental stuff, and that I've been.
Yeah.
There are times where I go through it, and it's just his words touch me. It's just like, yo, if I would have been, if I was actually, about thinking about just being in tears a little bit, that's how much his words touched me, and I, just as you just said, needed to hear it.
I needed to hear it, man, and I thought it was gonna be the straight wrestling. I'm like, okay, I'm planning myself for straight. When he started talking, I'm like, man, it's like some words you need to hear. And I said, the moment the Troop faction made this happen, I don't want to shortchange them. Like, oh, we found each other. No, they connected us, and this is what this is about, man. I tell people, fuck WWE, AEW, they ain't doing shit for us. You know what the hell? Everybody else can talk about the motherfuckers and make them rich. I'd rather be the ear of the streets. I'd rather go get indie wrestlers, and that's what I'm doing. I'm like, any indie wrestler want to come on and share their story. That's what we doing. And got a surprise for next week, man. We got an interview next week, and we got to start it early because he's way in England. We international, bitch.
We're international, bitch.
We're international. We are international, bro. Pablo Knockout Cruz is going to be here next week. And we got to start at 6 because, the time differences. We agreed on 6 because of the time difference. Because Eventually I said I might have to just do a one-on-one interview because I don't know how you schedule would have been at 4. That'd have been like 7 his time. It was a weird time difference.
Yeah,
so
it's 5 hours.
Yeah, he said, you know what? I'll push it back for you. And we'll do it at 6 your time. I said, okay, cool. So it's gonna be 6 my time, 7 your time.
That's cool.
We'll be good. So it's gonna get worked out because of the time difference. But Moment of Truth Faction hooked that up too. So they hooked us up with 2. So Paulo, you got a hard act to follow because Rika bought it. He bought it today.
I'm not afraid to say this. That might have been the best interview we've done. Seriously.
Sure. We say that every week though, man. It's like they topping each other, man. Like every week. The Skrilla interview hit me last week. This would hit me again. It's just like we're going in the right direction. And everybody like I said, I don't want to do I was looking at I don't want to do what everybody else doing. Everybody else talking about WWE, but WWE they blocked my biggest video. Fuck them. So if the indie wrestlers are giving us grace to come on the show and give us entertainment and more videos for us to cut, I'm gonna take that grace, man. Like,
yes,
man,
you should. Yes,
man.
should.
Indie wrestling is showing us love right now, and y'all need to show Rika love. He has a lot of social media. I'm not lying. It's it's all the way down the flyer. It's on the flyer on the page, so you can just go on there, and I'll also repost the flyer. And also when I cut this video, because it's gonna be a lot, man. Like, damn, I wish I could cut the whole video, the whole 2 hours. But what's the purpose of them watching the thing then if I cut the whole thing? So it's gonna be hard to pick which 3 or 4 videos I want to pick out of this.
Make them count, brother. Make them count.
They were all great. It was great from the beginning. Like I said, I thought this interview was gonna go a different way because I look at him, I'm like, man, it's probably gonna be a monster heel, probably gonna be, maybe an aggressive interview, a wild interview, and it was like, man, encouraging and inspiring interview.
Yes,
I'm not even lying to you. It's what we needed to hear. As I ain't gonna even lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I need to hear that. I need to hear it. And it uplifted me because sometimes you feel down, man. We get to the end of Men's Mental Health Month. Man, that shit wear on you. Like life wears on you. And you need to realize other people's opinions is just that. Other people's opinion is not fact. An opinion is never fact unless it's backed up by facts. I mean, so someone's opinion of you doesn't matter.
No.
If you want to do this, if you want to do whatever you want to do, don't let nobody talk you out of it. And that's what I got out of what he was saying. It's like, man, people were trying to talk him out of his dream. And his dream is his dream. It might not fit your camera lens. It might not be what you want to do, but that's his dream. Just like I tell people, this is my dream. Most people say, I don't get it. You're not making much money from it. You're actually spending more money, but I love it. I like what you want me to do.
I was about to say, I don't care if I make a dime or not. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy it.
I love it. I love it. And I say we never be big as all let's say Jobber-teers or anybody like that, man. I'm fine with that. I'm like you said, he made me realize something. Like, I'm speaking to people that I never would have started. I would have never met you without this podcast. I would have never met Lala. I would have never met all the countless other all other wrestlers and Jay. Well, I knew Eric from high school, so I met Eric. Eric is the only one I would know. But besides Eric, anybody else, and Eric and Nasty, I knew. So cool. I know them too. But without this podcast, I would have met a lot of people I met. When you think about all the interviews we have done, we have done a lot of interviews, and we met a lot of people we would have never met.
I never, in my wildest dreams, I'd be interviewing wrestlers, talking to them. If you would have told me that we interviewed someone who's wrestled in 7 continents? I would tell you out of your fucking mind. We
Man,
did it.
we actually we interviewed somebody who wrestled in Antarctica, man. Like,
Yes.
come on, man. Like,
I said, who have you fucking interviewed, pal?
dude, we did. We did that, man. Like, and like this week, we about to interview somebody in fucking England, bro.
We're the national bitch. Oh.
Bro, I'm like in England. You think about that, man. Like, you think about that. Like, let's say that it started with just shit in my head.
Mhm.
Then I had to put that shit down on paper. Even coming down with a name. Watching fucking Venom made me come up with Venomous smoke. Like, oh shit, this shit's tight. And then this is like, okay, man, yeah, I like this. Like that name. It to say 5 years. Cause we about to be 5 years into this. On Sunday, 5 years. And like over the 5 years, I look at the first one, man, it was real rough.
Yes.
I look at the shit. The first ever episode I done was real rough. Shit was all over the place. Shit was nervous. And we all learning and grow together. Everybody's first episode was rough. First episode was rough. Your first episode was rough.
Mhm.
Everybody was nervous. But I look at it, man, it's like we're grown so much since 5 years. We've grown so much. And we did it our way. We did it the way that is unconventional. I'm not paying for views. I'm not about to pay to get 10, 20. Now I want you to really like us. I want you to subscribe. I want you to feel us, feel the passion we have for this, because that's what we have. I don't want to buy fans. People saying, well, you could buy fans. Yeah, I could buy fans and get famous that way, but then they're not real fans.
Nope. I'm
Right?
sorry, but I don't want to see or listen to a podcast that asks softball questions or asks weak questions. No. I want to hear, how do you feel about
the
this?
show. I got on my purple lights. What's up? What's in that cup, man? The strawberry lemonade. I'm not drinking tonight. Saving it for Sunday. You know what Sunday is. All right. This was a nice interview. I've been pretty busy tonight, so I couldn't comment. It's fine, dog.
It's all right,
It's
man.
fine.
Just the fact that you took your time to watch us and listen to that man speak, it's appreciated.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely gonna be looking out for his lives that he do. Like, seriously. Like, people don't get it,
While he
man.
was talking, I looked into his page and I'm like, oh shit.
He has his Instagram, his Facebook page is one, but his Instagram page, I was like, damn. Like, every page is different. Like, and he has a thing with all his links in it. It's always in his bio. Like, he got all his links in it out. And like, I looked at everything from his theme song. So if you look on the thing today, I have his theme song on the flyer when I say he was going to be on the show today. So he got his theme song. He got everything. He has everything. He's laid out. I'm like, man, it's professional as fuck. So I'm like, damn, I gotta step my A game up. When I started looking at that thing, I'm like, man, I gotta step my A game up. I didn't know he would be this improved.
And then it's like he's using his words to motivate you.
Yeah.
I
was just looking at it like, I looked at it, you look at it like, this shit professional. I said, I gotta step my shit up, man. I got a professional coming on this motherfucker. So I'm like, cool. And when we start talking, I'm like, man, he's approachable. Some people be like, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It wasn't really about what he was doing. The whole interview wasn't about what he's doing in wrestling. It was more like this. You could tell the love of his wrestling.
Yes, that man loves professional wrestling.
To the psychology of it. I'm like, damn, he got it down to the science.
Yes.
And it's not about getting famous. It's about doing it because he love it. And I'm like, you don't see too many people saying, you know what, I don't want to be famous. I'm doing this to be famous. He's doing it because he loves it and want to give back. And, that's what indie wrestling needs, people like that, to give back, for the stars of the future.
Yep.
Your body only can let you do wrestling for so long before it start giving out. So if he's giving back now, man, man, that the interview got me. It was like a great interview that I needed.
Yes.
And it put me, and I say God makes no mistakes. It's the reason why we came across each other. God makes no mistake. It was wow. I would say wow. Like I'm glad I had shades on. I'm like, wow, this shit was like powerful. Like I ain't even lying to you. It's a powerful. It was very powerful. and if you did miss it, man, just go back and rewatch this. And I'm telling you, you'll see. This was like one of the best interviews, if not the best interview we didn't have.
That man could make a lot of money being a motivational speaker, man. Just
oh my God, he hitting, and it's crazy. It's like, man, you wouldn't have thought that because of the mask, and that's a symbolism of that. Like, yeah, I'm wearing a mask and all that, but I'm still real underneath all this. This is the face I'm showing you. I'm showing you me, even though I'm wearing a mask. I'm myself. That's what I got out of it.
Yes.
And this is him. And a lot of people wear other masks, and it's not them. It's not them. Even Skrilla kind of touched on it in his interview last week about being a nerd. That's me.
Yes.
Like that's me. That's what I do. I'm not about to be something I'm not. And those are the ones interviews that hit me the best because like you're not trying to be this character. You're not just trying to stay in character. You are you. And I want the world. That's what I want to know. I want the world to know who you are. I know your character. I can look up your character. Like, that's not hard to do. That's why I put the social media handles up so people can look for your character. I want to know who you are. And if I want to continue to do business with you. So that's why if I hear any bad thing about anybody, man, hey, we not doing it. Like, we not doing it. I like to get vibes off of people. I only want good vibes on my show. And sometimes, it could be a great opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like to have somebody on the show that, but if they're not a good person, man, I don't want to be involved with nobody that's not a good person. Okay, I'm just telling you, I don't care how famous they are. It could be fucking Vince McMahon, but I'm not gonna put Vince McMahon on here because I know me, not gonna fuck with you. So
no.
Let's put it this way. Hulk Hogan said, yeah, Venomous Smoke, I want to do a podcast. That won't work for me, brother.
That's not gonna fly, brother.
It's not gonna fly here, brother. I don't think you want to do an interview on Venomous Smoke podcast, brother.
I'll say you don't want that smoke there, Hogan.
I'm gonna save you from yourself. That's gonna work, brother.
That's not gonna work for us, brother.
Let's see. Seriously, someone needs to tell Rikishi about having that belt on the resume because he crashing out way too often.
Let's touch on that real quick.
Yeah, he is, and I'm thinking this. It's on his resume. You can't take it from Jay. Jay is a world champion, so Rikishi needs to shut the fuck up before he ruined his son's shit.
Exactly. How many world championships have you won?
Oh, I forgot. I actually hate the current design. I think a lot of people hate those damn designs.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of their current championship belts. No, except for the SmackDown Tag Team title. I like them.
Oh, I like the Smack Team because the old school one.
Yes,
I actually like the World Championship over the WWE one though.
Yeah, it's the big gold. Yes.
Get rid of the big W.
Oh my God! The best thing they did was when Cody brought back Wind Eagle.
Just bring back the Wind Eagle.
Why not keep that belt going? I didn't get that.
I mean, what was the purpose of you getting rid of it?
I still say that is my forever favorite design. Is the Wind Eagle.
Bring it back. Maybe Cody will bring it back when he wins it.
Yeah, Rikishi, shut the fuck up.
Oh,
I understand. You're.
They go Rika right there. All monsters are human.
That's right.
At the freak show, definitely, brother.
Yeah, Rikishi, shut the fuck up. I understand that's your kid. I get it, but
Kevin Owens is your real WWE champion.
hey, I agree with that. Oh no.
Say, bro, we just had an inspirational interview. I'm feeling good, and there you go. Want to throw you want to throw that at me? Like, not why you want to make me crash out, Jay? Like, man, I just was feeling inspired and feeling good by myself, and then you want to go ahead on and throw Goldberg at me?
Hold on. Now let me flip it a little bit here. And as I said, that man was sauced before he got into the ring. You're telling me that version is going to be Gunther? Not a chance.
I guarantee you. I swear. I put this on everything I love. If he wins that championship, I'm never watching WWE again. Ever.
Well, on the Smart Psychology podcast, I told them if he wins that, if he leaves as champion, caveat on leaves as champion, I will shave the beard.
Or shave it. I'm like this. Screw it. I'm never watching it again. Why? Why would I watch it? I'm not watching this crap.
There is no way that man should be leaving as champion.
He said Wayne Eagle Belt got disrespected with Kevin Owens.
No.
Come on, Razor.
No, Razor.
Why are y'all cursing me out? I don't want to curse me out today with throwing the Hogan and the Goldberg thing, man. What did I do to y'all to curse me out? It's the quote Bret Hart, Bill Goldberg. I got a picture for you, Rika. Yeah, I got a picture for you.
Am I seeing? Yeah, where is that?
I'm saying this is Bret Hart watching Raw. This is Bret Hart. We're not there. We're not. This is Bret Hart right now. I'd rather see Bret Hart win the World Championship than him. I would rather.
Hey, Bret Hart did win the U.S. title.
I would rather watch him do it. I would rather Ric Flair come and drag his old ass down to the ring and fall asleep in the middle of the match before I watch Bill Goldberg disrespect this title, man. That's how much I dislike watching Bill Goldberg. I never was a Goldberg fan. You can't make me be a Goldberg fan. And I don't know why Jay keep bringing up Goldberg to me. I can't.
Because he's a hater. How many times does he tell you this? He's a hater.
If you're a hater, if you don't have haters, you're not doing a good job. He's the biggest hater I know. If I want to see geriatrics fight, I will go to work. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this, man. I don't want to see this geriatric man. This man probably got dementia or something. He's coming up there trying to fight Gunther, man. I'm not about trying to see this walking CTE fight Gunther. Nobody want to see that. Who wants to see that? Look, you yawning now. Thinking about it. This is bullshit.
I don't. Why do I want to see it's going to be a 5-minute match? Come on.
I mean, Sami Zayn and Jey Uso both defeated Gunther for major championships on back-to-back WrestleManias.
Yes.
That happened. Yeah. He will win. Seth will cash in on Goldberg.
You know something?
Why?
The conspiracy theory says that too.
Oh God, I swear.
Goldberg wins and Seth cashes in on Goldberg.
I swear they better not do it because that's the end of Gunther.
That part.
And I'm telling you, look, that's how he's watching TV, man. He's up there looking like he still gets a chance to wrestle. Where's Brock Lesnar when you need him? I need Brock Lesnar to take Goldberg to Supermarket City.
Exactly. We need to hear party's over, Grandpa.
It's a Triple H move. I don't care. I don't care who move it is. We don't want to see it. He said, Goldberg was coordinated by the botches that injured wrestlers. And then Sasha Banks because she almost kicked Sarria's head off.
Don't do that to Elena Black. Don't do that to her.
I like Jimmy beating Jay to get cash in on by Seth better than Seth cashing in on Goldberg.
Oh,
I
God.
don't know why Jay wants to anger me. I'm not gonna let him anger me. I'm gonna be centered. But Goldberg winning. How would you react? I know how I'm gonna react, but how would you react?
Uh-oh. Let's see it.
Oh, let's see how would you react? I don't know. How would you react?
Oh my God. If I would be shaking my head, I would wonder why am I watching this shit? And you gotta be kidding me.
I mean, when he beat the Fiend, I cried. Literally, tears. But if he wins, I swear he wins, I'm gonna be like this. I swear to God.
This right here is bullshit.
And I don't want to hear.
Wait.
Once again,
I got one more.
Okay.
Got one more.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
And I'm sorry, I don't want to hear people. We're happy to see Goldberg. No, I'm sorry. No. Oh, I would tell him to shut the fuck up.
Goldberg is too light skinned for love. Leave Brock the Negro Slayer alone, man. I always remember Michelle was cool in WWE Hall of Fame, but King Kong won the David Boy Smith, Demolition, Rock and Roll Express, and Midnight Express art. We know how you feel. I know how you feel about the Rock and Roll Express.
You know exactly. Fuck the Rock and Roll Express. Fucking overrated, fucking teeny popping bitches.
I think you got to take the Rock and Roll Express out for Izzy. The Fiend should have beat Goldberg.
We know.
And I'm telling you, if it happens, and they do it, if you pull this trigger, Triple H, you lost the fan.
Lord.
You lost the fan.
You will lose fans if you pull that move. I don't even care if you pull that trigger and Seth cashes in.
I don't care. I don't care. Because people are going to walk out. Nobody wants to see Goldberg.
No.
Nobody but his children want to see him.
And people, and it just so happens the Satellite Smash event's going to be in Atlanta.
Atlanta don't like Goldberg like that.
Church, we know you watch the show. Don't pull that. Don't pull this trigger. For the love of God, don't pull this trigger.
You pull that trigger, it's gonna be suicide, as they say, career suicide if you pull that trigger.
Exactly. You think people went nuts when Ron Killings was fired? You don't.
Yeah, but you got money. You can push him, but you can push Goldberg, but you can't push Killer Cross. Come on, man.
That part.
Come on, man. People telling you we want Karrion Kross, and y'all give us Goldberg. That's the best we can do for you, brother.
Fucking Killer Cross had a backstage skit, and he got one of the loudest pops of the night. Come on now. Don't tell me you could have put him in the fucking tournament. Come on.
In the turn, you can't even make the King of the Ring tournament.
That part. Come on. You didn't need Jay in that fucking tournament. You did. You really didn't. You could have put fucking Karrion Kross in that fucking tournament, but no.
But Karrion Kross is your guy, Triple H. You try to push him in NXT. Why are you not pushing him down? What is going on?
Look how over that man is right now. Come on.
Unless he's doing it on purpose to piss us off, to make him want him more.
He's doing a good job.
He's pissing me off. I can tell you that.
Now he's talking about a match against Sammy, and you're gonna have Sammy win? Come on. Oh boy.
The way you feel about the Rock and Roll Express is the same way I feel about Triple H, TKO, NXT, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, and Chicago made sellout CM Punk, aka the worst MMA fighter ever.
Well, he was the worst MMA fighter. He was a bad UFC guy. So let's get that out the way. Don't put NXT. NXT is one of the best fucking promotions going.
Nah, you didn't put NXT 2.0. I'd agree with you.
Yes.
Nobody's gonna tune into the podcast for you guys to talk AEW. Yeah, I'm gonna put it this way: people ain't tuning in the podcast to see us to talk about WWE either. People tuned in the podcast for Rika tonight. Yeah, as the flyer was out there, and people gonna tune in for Paulo next week. So people come to see us. It's okay. I don't care about WWE, man. I can tell you, you know what? If they have Oldberg win, well, we'll talk about it TNA. Well, we ain't got other wrestling promotions out there. You think that's it? You think we got to talk about AEW? I'm not trying to talk about AEW either. That fake ass World Collide they did. I don't want to do it.
Hold on.
I don't want to do it.
All, Wednesday's show was actually good.
It was good. Until
the last two matches. Really, Mercedes. Really, another fucking belt. Really. And as Jason pointed out, no titties, Marina Shafir. Which cracked me up. Really, Death Rider's losing? Come on. Actually, Death Rider's winning? Not a surprise.
I was like, you know what? To me, I'm like, for you to do that show, you did it right after WWE did their Mexican show. It seemed like copy and paste. Except y'all don't have Mr. Iguana.
Mr. Iguana.
I say, look, y'all copy and paste method. I mean, like, yeah, y'all should have did it first. That's the way I looked at it. I said, well, maybe they do it first. Because I just seen this like a week and a half ago. Like, I just seen this same show. Like, come on now, you know what I mean when I say that, man. It's the same style, same format.
The only thing that kind of bothered me is you had a 14-man tag, a 10-man tag, a fatal 4-way. Dude, MJF was getting killed trying to get out of Mexico.
I mean,
MJF, what were you thinking? You thought you were gonna pull that man's mask and think everything's hunky dory? Come on, bro. Come on.
I just don't get it, man. I'm like, bro, even look like the stage is set up, even look like the damn one we saw in Los Angeles. I mean, it didn't look like I just saw this. Like, I get it. You got CMLL. I got you. But then what you do with CMLL? You bury them by giving Sasha Banks their belt. You buried them. Did WWE bury AAA? No, they did not. They did not. They didn't give Chad Gable the belt.
But they could have.
If it was Alberto Del Rio, then yeah, they should have done it. Not with Vikino. They can't do that with him, man. He just got the belt. Like, we just seen it. I'm like, why? Why are we having the same thing? It's like, yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to show you how to do it. We're going to, instead of having a tag team match, we're going to have 14 people in the damn match. That's too many people. I lost track of who was who. Too many damn people. 14 teams? 14?
I was say 14 people in a match? Come on.
So you telling me they got 7 people on each team? That's what we're telling me. That's what we did.
Yep.
And thought it was cool. That's like the time they had the whole world roster against what they were Cena and Orton. That was fucking ridiculous. Everybody was pissed off about that match. Because there's too many people to try and watch.
Exactly. Even the 10-man out, I lost count.
Like then now on top of that, then you're gonna add a 10-man to a 14-man.
Yeah.
Like why?
And a,
Why are
fa-
we,
and a fatal four-way for 4 million pesos. I'm like, oh my God.
Why could it be dollars? Why we gotta do it for pesos? That shit was like $1,200. What the fuck are we doing, man?
No, actually, 4 million pesos is about $220,000.
I got you, but I'm just being silly.
I know.
What we doing, man? What we doing here, man? We got pesos on a poles match. What we doing? What we doing here?
Once again, you made Mercedes champ. I'm like, Mrs. Why am I? I'm not going to watch this now. You already know who's going to fucking win. It's already over. I pray to God Tony Storm stops her.
That's not going to work for her, brother. I watched only on one NXT event, and it was because of Nakamura debut against Sami Zayn, and I was like, "What the fuck is the tactic?" Bro, you need to watch it, bro. You need to watch it. Bro. Definitely need to watch it.
Oh, that was fantastic, by the way. Not Shinsuke versus Sami Zayn.
CML wrestlers were lackluster. Vince McMahon was out of order when he called Mrs. Bitches. It's Mrs. Bitchels.
It's hard.
Mrs. Bitch. No, it's hard to remember. Okay, I got you, Miss Bitch.
Okay.
I'm just saying, man, like, why were you having a wrestling match for pesos? Why just get said dollars, bro? Like, we gotta do it for pesos.
Mm-hmm.
Mexican people don't even want pesos; they want American money. Man.
Yes, they do.
What are we doing here? Where they go spend the pesos at? In Mexico? That damn exchange rate is going to be ridiculous. Because if you don't spend like half of the shit, you don't get the same exchange rate. So that 200,000 is now 120,000. You didn't lost money. So unless you're going to spend all that money in Mexico, it was a worthless match. Man, what pesos? You try to go give pesos to Mexican people on there. They'll watch how they look at you. You ain't got any American money? You want to go with pesos, bro? Like, do that a pesos match.
Yeah, they had a pesos match.
And then at the end, then you're gonna have two mortal enemies. You have Swerve and Hangman. You got Hangman saving Swerve. I'm like, what the hell? They just had a blood feud.
Exactly. Literally.
Literally. This man injected.
Literally.
Man used a syringe and injected the syringe in someone's mouth. And you think I'm going to go help somebody I did that to?
Hell no.
Oh, my God. I just was like, you know what? Yeah. It wasn't better than the WWE AAA event. It wasn't. I'm like, but why Sasha Banks need 6 belts?
I kind of like when Tony Storm like suplexed and all her belts took off. Love that. But why? Why? It's not like she's going to elevate.
There was no purpose. Why? How did she get a number one? How is she the number one contender? She doesn't wrestle in CMLL. How did she get a title shot?
Because she's Mercedes Monet, man.
But she never defends any of her belts.
And what's sad is, as a wrestler, she's good. I would never take anything away from her wrestling ability, but you're holding all these belts and
Brother,
no.
What's that,
Once
brother?
again, I pray that Tony Storm can stop her. Exactly.
It's not looking good.
And by the way, Josh Alexander, Glacier, what have they done? These new big acquisitions, what have they done?
I'm on Speedball. Old Speedball.
No, it's Glacier. Get it right. It's Glacier.
No, I thought it was
Speedball
Speedball
or
because
Speed
of
Bump Mike Bailey. There you go. Speed Bump Mike Bailey.
yeah,
What have they done?
Old Speedball.
You just signed a luchador, a Tekla. Where was she on this card? Just saying.
The Miracle Ice didn't try to raid them on Wednesday night.
No, they're in Mexico, so they
They
can't.
were in
raid.
Mexico. Ice might not make it. Ice go in Mexico. They're not coming back. All the drinks in Mexico are hot. They don't allow ice. So you're good, man. You're good, man.
Come on, now you know there's got to be some drug cartel where they kept them out.
Mercedes, the female John Cena.
John
Cena did not hold all those damn belts.
Remember, like Cena never had. Cena really only had what 1-2 good title reigns.
Yeah, all the other one was hot potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
We can ice Brody King. Yeah,
that part. Yeah, that part.
Mercedes needs belts, and Triple H, like Triple H, needs to be in every commercial and make everything about himself during any major event. Now wait until that Netflix documentary showing the writers behind the scenes. Oh Lord!
But to be fair, Trips, you can say that Trips is the face of WWE.
Yes.
So you can kind of understand why he's all over the place. And Mercedes, like it or not, she is a face of AEW, but
tell us how you really feel. Tell us how you really feel.
I'll tell you how I really feel. You know how I really feel about Mercedes. She's a piece of shit. She's a piece of trash. Cut and paste this. Mercedes Banks is a piece of trash.
Okay. No allegedly behind it. I don't know if I can cut and paste it without the allegedly behind it. No.
Okay. Allegedly, Mercedes Banks is a piece of trash. Nothing. Fuck allegedly. And I'm not even using her real name. So Mercedes Banks is a piece of trash. Which is too bad because you're talented as fuck.
Arisha? Who the fuck is Arisha, man? You put the drinks down, Miss Bitch. Put the drinks down, Miss Bitch. Put the drinks down.
Well, yeah, please. Put your bitch ass drink down and relax.
We need, drink responsibly. We are, tell you drink responsibly.
Yes, don't be like Sonny.
Oh Lord. Sonny.
Don't be Sonny.
Oh man.
Hell, that bitch. First of all, that bitch should be spending the rest of her life in jail, and she'll be eligible. She has I believe it's an 18-year sentence. Come on.
Well, she'll be close to death by then.
with her fucking Just the thing, she was hot in the 90s, and now she's a fucking skank.
Well, in the 90s, when you have a hard life, your body fails, man. Drugs are bad, okay?
Kind of like JC James, a fucking skank.
God damn, Izzy, tell us how you really feel. Jeez.
She's a skank. When I see her walking into that fucking ring, skank.
She's your NXT champion.
She ain't my second champion.
She's your NXT women's champion. You got to put respect on it.
She ain't my champion. I don't give a fuck. She's a skank. I see her and she's skank. She's a skank.
That's what we doing now.
When I see her, I see skank.
Skank.
Straight skank.
Tell us how you really feel, Izzy.
There you go. Hey, you ask me a question, I'll give you an answer. You may not like it, but it's what I think.
Yeah, tell us how you feel.
Yeah, exactly. Ronda Rousey, can't stand her. Mercedes Banks, a fucking piece of trash. JC James, skank.
She's killing women's wrestling for AEW.
He sure is.
What about Triple H bringing back Aleister Black, Rusev, Motor City, Machine Guns, Braun Strowman, and hundreds more? Triple H is a piece of shit.
Okay. Aleister Black and Rusev just got there. Motor City Machine Guns, sorry, they can go.
They should have went to NXT.
NXT. Braun Strowman's already gone.
So I love Miss Bitch loves the way Nefarious say bitch, and I'm proud.
Bitch.
More,
there
please say more. The only reason the IWC hates Mercedes Moné is because she hasn't crawled back to White Daddy Triple H and Glazes.
Whoa.
Nah, I just hate that the fact that she thinks she's better than she really is. That's what I don't like. I just I just think she's boring.
We respected the fact that she left. No problem with why she left. It's just the character has not grown. What is the difference between being a boss and a CEO?
Not much of nothing. Maybe the CEO get paid more than the boss, but I'm guessing.
And I'm sorry, when you have creative control, it's almost like, why bother to watch your match? Why bother?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
And I guess he doesn't like CM Punk. Okay.
Yeah, we get you on like Phil Brooks. Yes, Gank-Ho, Bitch Mania, home of the baddest bitches. See Nefarious knows, Mo.
Bitch.
Not even the makeup helps JC Hooch's.
Jason's not wrong.
Well, y'all ain't shit.
He's not wrong.
Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit.
Jason's not wrong. Yeah.
Oh, we're saying that. Sorry, so that one already. All right. Jason, where's bitch's hug? Okay, Jay, you gotta go hug with bitch.
Go hug bitches, man.
The two best versions of Triple H were when he blew his quad out and no Triple H.
Tell us how you really feel about that, Razor.
Hell, man, y'all are ruthless. And I am wrong for saying what I said about Goldberg.
I never said you were wrong.
I'm talking about the people in there. I'm talking about they love the old word. Man, he is killing Triple H. And I'll watch Triple H 100 times over Goldberg. I'm sorry. Y'all keep that. Don't keep that bullshit.
Speaking of stupid people, Michael Cole. That's right. Michael Cole on Monday, and he said it twice. The great Nikki Bella. Are you out of your fucking mind? You know what? You know what she did great? Fucking sucking Cena's cock. That's what she did. She was pretty great at that. But fucking Nikki Bella, great.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Ain't no allegedly about that.
Allegedly, she's allegedly. We're gonna say allegedly. I don't want to be sued.
Allegedly. But Nikki Bella, great. Do you think anybody wants to see her and fucking Brie come back? Nope. Get well soon. Why are names escaping me? Get well live. Freak, which is a freak accident. I don't want to hear saying it was Kyrie's fault. It was not Kyrie Sane's fault at all.
It's just that bad that people keep getting injured with what Kyrie Sane. It just keep happening.
But that was
first. I say first. It was what the girl who blew her knee out, and now it's not looking good if you wrestle Kyrie Sane. I wouldn't wrestle her for a while.
You know what they should do with it? Turn her heel.
Yeah. I said
if
she's
you come
destroying
people. You get in the ring with me, you're gonna get hurt. Turn her heel. Why not? See, Trips? Come on. Turn Kairi Sane heel. Do yourself a favor. Anyway, nobody wants to see the Bellas. I don't give a fuck who you are. Nobody wants to see them. And do not refer to them as great. Once again, okay, the only thing they did great was dating Cena and Danielson. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, tell us
But
how
that-
you feel. Tell us how you feel, brother.
The narrative that they're great. That's fucking that's absurd.
That's the great Nikki Bella. I know how to make you mad now.
No,
No, not yet.
no. Just the
I'm gonna-
narrative that she's
I'm
great.
gonna keep saying it.
The
The
narrative-
great Nikki Bella.
No, sorry, no. The narrative
I
that she's
respect
good
you
is
guys'
stupid.
platform, but let's keep it 100. You are pro WWE everything, which is cool. No, I'm not.
No, we are not.
But I'm a man like this. No, I'm not. No, you gotta see. You just started watching. Oh no. Go look at the old village. Oh no, we kill everything. I'm pro indie wrestling more than anything. So that's me. I'm pro indie wrestling.
And
I'm not pro anything.
we've talked about the NWA. We've talked about the Mid South. We've
yeah.
talked about Mid Atlantic, World Class, AWA. We've talked about all those places.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
How many times do we say that Junkyard Dog is one of the best wrestlers, one of the best fan favorites in the world? Where do you get to start from? Mid South.
Yeah,
Perry the Von Ericson Freebirds. Their feud in Texas was great. What's World Class? AWA. Look where that's what Hogan started. He didn't get popular until he was first popular in the AWA, then before he went to WWF.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it to you this way, brother.
Razor, do you
it might. Yeah, I'm saying we not pro. We talk about WWE bad too. It's just I don't. You must have missed the rant when they took WrestleMania from New Orleans.
Oh.
Did I eviscerate the WWE?
This man went for 45 minutes destroying WWE for taking it away from New Orleans.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's all I'm saying. When you say I'm pro everything WWE, no. Maybe pro NXT. maybe that. But I'm not gonna say pro everything. I'm like this. I'm sorry. When AEW first came out, man, we say so much glowing stuff about AEW. But AEW sucks. And even your boy said it. The reason why AEW sucks is because Moxley is the champ.
Yes.
Osprey said it. Their own talent said AEW sucks. He said it.
Exactly. It's not just their own talent. And once again, the numbers show it. The numbers show it. Y'all can't even get 700,000 on a rating anymore. Y'all can't even sell out 5,000 seat arenas no more. Come on. Be fair, Razor. Do you
brother. I'm not all WWE. And I was growing up, I was a WCW guy, actually. I was a WCW guy and an ECW guy before I was a WWE guy.
By the way, you must have missed the episode where I went up on the Rock and Roll Express. Where do they start from? NWA.
Oh yeah.
How many times have I said that the Midnight Express was the best team in the NWA?
Oh, we got to say allegedly so we won't get sued. Yes. that's why we say allegedly.
Yes, we have to say allegedly.
Yeah, because they'll come back and they'll try to sue. I'm not trying to get sued by rich people.
When we talked about Road Warrior Pop, where did that first happen? AWA.
I want to say, yes. It's not that we are pro. We're not pro WWE because I'm like, man, we just we're truth tellers. So I will tell you our truth. We're not gonna go, well, watch WWE and don't watch nothing else.
No, we would never do that.
Nah, I'm good. But I'll say what they do well and what they don't. I'll tell you I went to sleep on it. Like I'll tell you, man, I want to like, Mo, did you watch this? Nah, I went to sleep on it. Oh, you must have missed the Vince era, last of the Vince era, and boy, did I kill WWE.
Please. By the way, I once said the Raw after I think Mania in Los Angeles. What was my word, Mo?
You said,
An abortion.
yeah, this said.
It was an abortion. It was god awful.
It's my God. Like I said, it's my God. It was
god awful.
and that's all we can say, but it's like we're not trying to I just told you, man, you just missed the speech when I said, man, I don't give a damn about WWE. Yeah. I'm trying to go indie wrestling because WWE blocked my biggest video. You're gonna say I'm pro WWE. You say I'm pro WWE, they blocked my biggest viral video. I'm like, I went viral. And they blocked it. That's why you can't see it no more. They blocked it. They're trying to. I'll give you that. They're trying. They keep taking all the great wrestlers off the indie scene. You know what I'm saying? But
I disagree with that, and I'm going to tell you why.
I'm like this. I was going to say, because you think about it, I get what he's saying. They are trying to kill the independent scene or use it as a feeder system.
Okay, feeder system I can agree with, but at the same token, look at it. Let's just say some of these people who were just released, they're doing nice things over in the indies. Elena Black, Matt Cardona, how long he's been doing his thing now?
Professional wrestlers suck, period. And you're right, John Moxley, effort sucks. I always hated the Shield. Is he the big deal about them? Okay. I always hated him in the Shield.
Okay, I got no problem with that.
I was a wide family person over the Shield, but yeah. I get you that. Top 5 teams in the NWA, the Road Warriors, Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, Midnight Express, both versions. Ole and Arn Anderson and the Steiner brothers.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
I got no problem with that.
Oh, no. I was a youngin', but yeah.
No, that's accurate. If you want to throw the midnight, I hate to say this, if you want to throw in the Rock and Roll Express, okay. But as I said, for me, they're not a top 20 tag team. I said it. I said it. They're not top 20.
Not top 20.
And I gave you 20 teams that were ahead of them.
Oh, they're not top 20. Not top 20?
They're not top 20. Fuck out of here.
Not top 20?
No. No, they're not.
What about, damn, they can't even be top 18?
No, 20.
So they're 21st. So they're 21st?
I'd have to do a little research. But no. The one episode, I gave you 20 teams that were better than them.
You did. I'm not going to lie to you. You did.
No.
Might have start bringing the rankings back.
Well, no, I got no problem with that. I got no problem with that list.
I'm okay with it, man. It's okay. It's an okay list, bro. I mean, yeah, let's see.
See, I was not a big Steiner guy.
He said, I like Dean Ambrose at WWE. I didn't like I don't like John Moxley at AEW. They're one and the same, bro. Just change the name.
He was mid no matter where he went.
Mid Moxley.
Third best member in the Shield, and what he's doing to AEW, he's killing it.
He's killing AEW.
He's killing AEW. Hopefully, Hangman can rescue that damn belt.
We haven't seen the belt in how long?
Since he won it.
Shit.
Since he won it.
How long? And how long ago was that?
November? Maybe November? Maybe. A long time.
It's too damn long. It's too damn long.
Yep.
It's too
And
damn
his
wrong.
explanation is ridiculous. I am the AW champion. You don't need to see a belt. Come on. Come on. That's all I gotta say about that. Come on. Moxley sucks. Moxley's a bum.
Moxley is a bum.
You know the one thing he did right?
What?
He
You talking about Renee Paquette?
He got married to Renee Paquette.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. That's the only thing he did right.
The interview was so good, I forgot to cut the camera too. So if you see me move my hand a lot, that's what I'm doing. I'm uploading
That's
all
all
and
right.
cut the camera too.
But,
It was. I'm gonna say, man. I just don't want people to think we are pro WWE. We are neutral. I am Switzerland. I tell that to anybody. I am Switzerland. Anybody can get this smoke. Like if your shit sucks, I'm gonna let you know your shit sucks.
by the way, we've been killing WWE if Goldberg wins on Saturday night's main event.
I swear to God, I'm gonna buy a cheap TV just so I can break it. I'm not gonna mess up my good shit. For what? Nah, I'm gonna give me a little cheap ass TV.
Why are you gonna break a damn 85-inch TV?
No, I'm gonna get a little 25-inch TV. I'm gonna pick it up and slam it. That's what I'm gonna do. And then take picture of me slamming said TV. Bro, I'm gonna bring the line back. I'd rather take a bath in boiling hot crab ball than to watch Goldberg do that. And my people in the South know how spicy crab ball is. I would rather do that. But a dip. I would dip my balls in crab ball than to watch Goldberg.
Ow.
Fuck that. I'm tired. I had to bring that one back. I'm tired of Triple H insulting my fucking intelligence. This old ass geezer can't even beat himself off in the mirror. And then you gonna tell me he could beat somebody? Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Man, cut the camera.
This fucking old ass geezer. We supposed to believe this old fucking geezer can beat a prime athlete? Fuck his retirement match. Who asked for a Goldberg retirement match?
But so you tell me he's going to be arguably the best professional wrestler in the world right now? No. Not a
If
chance.
he wins, I swear I'm gonna be like,
it.
Got a little more than that.
I don't get it, man. I don't. What? Why? Why do we have to? Why do we have to revisit this every so many years? We did this with Bray Wyatt, brother. We did this with Bray Wyatt, brother. And we said, ain't no way they're gonna let Goldberg beat Bray Wyatt. And what happened? I'm scared. I'm scared, bro.
Well, that was a Vince call.
And Triple H is from that same family tree. He fucked his way into that family. Let's be real with it.
No. Whoa.
Whoa, better than HBK? Steamboat better than HBK? I don't know about that one, bro. I don't know about better than HBK.
Okay, hold on. Let's take the first
Ricky
sentence. Hold on. First sentence first. McIntyre, unfortunately, his career was cut short. So let's throw that narrative. And by the way, we respect your opinion. We totally respect it. Now, the second sentence. There is no Ricky Steamboat, great professional wrestler. Great. but he did not have a better career than Shawn Michaels, and I think Ricky Steamboat will tell you that himself.
Better than I can give you the first one, potential wise. He probably would have.
We'll never know,
You'll
unfortunately.
never know. But
No, I don't buy that second sentence.
the second one, I'm like, Shawn Michaels had a generational run.
If Ric Flair says that Shawn Michaels is one of the best wrestlers ever, and now this is the same Ric Flair who's had thousands of matches with Ricky Steamboat, and he's still saying that Shawn Michaels is better.
I think about it right there. Shawn Michaels, he had revolutionized the whole generation.
Yes.
Then you got to add Steamboat's WWE run into that.
And
that ruins it. When you was
It
blowing
does
fire
because
out of
he-
his mouth. That
it
was
does because Ricky Steamboat, once his high point, obviously when he won the IC title, but he lost it 2 months later.
Yeah, you gotta look at the whole run now. Now you gotta add WWE in there now.
You have to.
John Moxley versus John Cena. Winner is the ultimate ruining professor.
Moxley. Easy.
Moxley by a mile. Moxley by a mile.
Moxley by, and it's not close. Moxley by 10 miles.
Let's see. I was at WrestleMania 31 for Sting's Mania debut, and it felt
cool.
like shit. Seeing Triple H put himself over, and then came back out later in a segment with his wife, with Rousey and The Rock. We killed that. We killed Triple H going over Sting. We killed that. We killed that one. That was one we killed.
Yes, we did.
Because first of all, we said we wanted to see Sting versus The Undertaker. We didn't want to see Triple H in this.
Facts.
That's a shame. It's a travesty that match never happened.
Yeah, but there had to be like egos, and guess what? Egos involved.
It doesn't matter. If he let Triple H go over, he can let The Undertaker go over. We know who's going to go over.
Yes, Undertaker would have won that match. Wow, you were there in San Francisco. Good, not San Francisco. Well,
Santa Clara.
Santa Clara. Thank you.
You guys still didn't say that one major thing about Goldberg wins and then that stop watching WWE television. Oh, I said that. I said it.
We said it.
I said I won't watch it. I said I put that on everything I love. I won't watch it. Not watching that crap.
Say Goldberg winning our question.
Remember, people say the same thing about the Fiend versus Goldberg and the WWE drone. Stay tuned in on SmackDown. They were bragging about it on IG numbers. I didn't watch it.
Sure they were.
I didn't watch it. It took me a long time to start watching it again. Like after that happened, we were doing it here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was wanging the fuck out of it because I didn't watch it. I'm being real with you. I tuned out because I'm like, it pissed me off. I think we went all on a whole show about me going off about Goldberg beating the Fiend.
Yes.
I think that's what we talked about. I don't even think we talked about the SmackDown or the Raw.
Nope. That's all. Yeah, that's all we talked about was how disgraceful that was.
Why? You know, I love wrestling, so I'll watch it when I'm in the mood, and then I'm like, okay, they started getting better now. They stopped this bullshit again. I'm not watching it. I'm not going to even watch the Saturday Night Main Event. I'm just going to look for the results. Ricky Steamboat did need politics to get over. Steamboat did not refuse to do a job properly, like the balding bastard.
See, that's not. He's right.
Right, but I'm like, but we saying a better. If you're saying a better person, then yeah, Ricky Steamboat was a better person, but a better wrestler.
Shawn Michaels will tell you he was a prick.
I say, but better career.
But was
Let's keep
Steamboat's career and its HBK by a mile.
by a better career. You know what I'm saying? They both have wrestling ability, but the better career. People wanting to be like Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels' theme song is still iconic till to this day.
Ricky Steamboat is not in the Hall of Fame. I thought he was.
I thought he got in. That'd be crazy if he wasn't.
That would be a disgrace if he wasn't.
How strong was the NWO horn? What?
What? Miss
What?
Bitch.
Stop drinking, Miss Bitch.
Put your drink down, please.
Steamboat didn't lose the IC title. He got punished because he asked for some time off to be with his pregnant wife, and
That's
to
true.
hell with the WWE run.
That's true.
His WWE run in 1989, Ric Flair surpassed anything WWF related. Anything?
Anything?
I mean, they had some good. Are we talking about anything dealing with him WWE related or Shawn Michaels WWE related? Because I mean, that was a great run with Flair.
Oh, absolutely. They had classic matches.
But I mean, you know, we got to use the word anything. When you use anything, then we picking and choosing. Are we talking about that era? We're talking about that era of all time, because we're not gonna shit on, like I said, we're not gonna just always just shit on. I like to appreciate stuff. Every organization had their heyday.
Of course.
Even AEW had a heyday. And it's about to crash and burn. But I mean, we saying for all time that must be the greatest program, but they have some greater program. Is that anything greater than Rock and Austin? I don't think so. I don't think it was more. I don't think, even though it probably be the better wrestling matches, but iconic. Rock Austin stands the test of time. So when you say anything WWE related, I'm like, whoa.
Be a little more specific there.
Yeah,
that is too general. That's too general right there.
Kane, Undertaker. I mean, Mankind, Undertaker. I mean,
Shawn Michaels, Undertaker.
We got Randy Orton. You got to throw about Randy Orton, Undertaker. I mean, we got a we got a bunch. Randy Orton, Triple H. Even though you hate Triple H, that still was iconic. Brian Pillman, Stone Cold. There was a pistol pulled out. I mean, we got a lot of things. You got Rick Rude and Jake the Snake feud. I mean, God, Macho Man. We even talk about the Macho Man feuds. You had Macho Man Steamboat. That was the WWE. So I mean, are we? Yeah. Where we talking? Specific. I mean, like, we talking about the era. I'm like, okay, I'm with you. If you talking about Shawn Michaels' era, I'm with you, because his era sucked. Like when he was in his prime, that was a new generation, and it sucked. That's when Diesel was a champ.
Oh,
that's
God.
when the new generation sucked. We know. I'll give you that. I'll give you, if you say Shawn Michaels' heyday when he was the champion. Yeah, but Shawn Michaels still had the better career because it was that second run Shawn had made up for a lot.
When he came back after 4.5 years, yes,
it made up. So it's like, yeah. So if we talking about a certain time period, I'm good with it. Now you saying all time? Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. But because I'm like, Rock Austin to me is my favorite of all time, because it didn't matter. They were good guys. They hated each other. Bad guys. They hated each other.
Exactly.
That was one of the best shit. You can say Austin McMahon shit. That was a fucking feud out this fucking world. Who didn't want to beat their boss's ass?
That part.
Let's see. Shawn Michaels buried his legendary trainer, Jose Lothario.
How so?
Like the D-bag he is.
I like that. How so?
Anything meaning 89 surpass anything. I said, anything his 1981 surpass anything. See, I get you. That he did. That Steamboat did in WWF. Okay. Maybe not the Macho Man series. I don't know. That Macho Man Steamboat was fire.
Oh, it's still fire, man.
What
You
it
could
was,
go-
WrestleMania. What that was, WrestleMania 3? Yeah.
3.
Yeah, that was still one of my
That
favorite matches.
that match was so classically done, and
Yeah, that was a
it's
good
still
match.
considered one of the best Mania matches of all time.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. But the one with Flair, yeah, I get you. The one with Flair was iconic. I give you that too. So, like I said, I love this wrestling debate. This debate,
Absolutely.
I love it. So we talking
Absolutely.
purity. You want to talk wrestling purity? We don't have to just talk about WWE. We can talk about pure stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, hey, that's tough. You think about it though, like WrestleMania 3 or Macho Man, that was a legendary match.
Yeah, they stole it. Those two stole the show. Fuck Hogan and Andre. I would have rather seen Steve Savage.
Rock and Austin was legendary, but Steamboat was fast still, but it didn't have the WWF machine.
That's a fair statement.
Fair statement.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm just saying it stood the test of time though. That Rock Austin thing, especially with that last match, that was the end of an era. That was the end of the era that we knew.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 'cause that's what I grew up on. Like, that's when I was like a teenager. So, like, that's what I could fully appreciate it. That was not realized then. That I didn't even realize it then. That was the end of an era of a wrestling that we'll never see again.
Exactly.
So, let's say Steamboat, Flair was great.
Absolutely. They've
Rock
had
Austin.
fantastic matches, but
I might have to put that up in the thing. Which one did you prefer? Which was the more iconic one? Steamboat, Flair, Rock Austin.
and for me, it's Rock Austin.
But I'm just saying, it's just because there was so much depth
Mhm.
to that feud. It wasn't just now we're just talking about matches. Flair and Steamboat win by match worthy. Well, they were better wrestlers than those two. We got that.
Mhm.
But if you talk about story, a better story, it's Rock Austin.
And once again, yes, they had the machine to back them up.
Yeah.
That's
Not
facts.
their fault. That's not their fault.
And be honest, do
Yeah.
I want to see Austin Rock or do I want to see Flair and Steamboat? I want to see Austin Rock.
Because it was more entertaining.
Yes.
If you want to say better wrestling matches, it's by
Then
far
you see
Flair
Flair.
Steamboat.
Yes.
It depends on what I want to watch. So that's
Mhm.
the thing. Is like, what do I want? Entertainment. If you want to talk about entertainment, it's Rock Austin. But if you want to talk about pure wrestling matches,
Steamboat Flair. Every 10 out of 10.
it's like those things you can't, like we say in basketball, you can't compare eras.
No.
There were two type of different feuds. That's what I mean. Like, one was about purity of wrestling. They wrestling, they doing things like it's straight wrestling. This other one was a bunch of antics, but it was like relatable. So a lot of twists and turns. It was like a movie. It was just like a movie. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that one though. It's a good thing. Well, WWE, WWF, to me, it's the same umbrella. Same people was running it, except for TKO. Yeah, I'm saying it's just yeah.
Man, you got a lot of hate for
I'm
Trips.
gonna say HBK. I'm gonna say it like this: the new generation sucked because Diesel was your fucking champion. I'm gonna be real with you,
And
right
not just
now.
that, they had some kooky ass characters.
Duke the Dumpster Drosy and all that other shit.
Hell, Mabel. Also, Mabel.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was trash because it was character based.
you know,
The
think about
only two I liked from, well, three I liked from that was Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and Razor Ramon. That was it. Nobody else I liked. Nobody. Well, you can count the Undertaker in there. I'm sorry, but somehow, I mean, I look at it like this. Those are three I really liked. You know, you can throw Owen in there. I kind of like the Owen. Then I like the Owen better than the Attitude Era. That's it. I mean, so you're not lying about the New Generation Era. It sucked.
Yeah.
And WWE put it on record that it sucked.
They had shit characters.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan versus Macho Man Randy Savage is better than Rock. Oh, hell no.
Ooh.
Hell no. Hell no.
Oh, I'll be right back. You got this.
Woo. Oh, hell no.
Woo.
The only thing was great about that feud was Macho Man beating the shit out of Hogan finally. Oh, hell no. Oh, I can't deal with that one. That don't work for me, brother. Hogan versus Savage, better than Rock Austin. Hogan versus Andre the Giant. I just don't like Hogan. So how you feel about HBK and Triple H? It's how I feel about Hogan and Goldberg. So hell nah. Hogan and Andre was not a better feud than Austin McMahon because Austin McMahon turned how wrestling is now. That's how we have non-wrestling authority figures in. I can't get down with that one. I cannot get down with that one. There would be no WWE if Andre didn't pass the torch. You might be right, but it wasn't a better feud. Hogan Andre was not a better feud than Austin McMahon. And hell no, Macho Man, Randy Savage, and Hulk Hogan wasn't a better feud than Rock Austin.
All right, let me. Can't agree with you, Razor, at all. You have Austin, the biggest face of all time, versus McMahon, the biggest heel of all time. Your argument right there is done. It's for me, it's over.
It made it relatable. Who didn't want to go beat the fuck out their boss growing up?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That one is a goated thing. But Macho Man, even though Macho Man and Hogan there, that was a real beef. It wasn't a better story than Austin Rock. Because, like, first of all, Hogan kept going over.
Hogan must pose, brother.
Hogan kept going over. So was it really a rivalry? Because Hogan kept going over. It was back and forth between it was going back and forth between the Rock and Austin, except for WrestleMania, because Austin dominated Rock at WrestleMania. It was like 3-1, I think it was.
2-1.
2-1, I'm sorry, 2-1. 2-1. He was dominating them until that last one. And then it was but they were going back and forth on other pay-per-views. You gotta remember
they main evented Manias.
And you gotta think about this. They battled for the IC strap too. Mm-hmm. And that might have been better than the world when they were fighting for the world title. When they threw the belt when he beat the hell out of Austin and threw the belt in the river.
He sure did. I don't give a damn about you or the WWF. So if you want your belt, go into the Detroit River.
Well, how about the beep? When I beep you 316, you know you're gonna get your ass whooped. Oh yeah.
Or when Dwayne threw the smoking skull ball in the Detroit River.
Yes, he kept throwing this man belt to the damn river, man. I mean, it was ridiculous. I'm like that feud, those two feuds are goated, and both of them have Austin in it. I tell you, because Austin, I think single-handedly turned the WWF around. You said there wouldn't be no WWE. Okay, if Austin didn't come around, WWE would have probably been sold to WCW. Let's be real with you. Because if the new generation would have kept going, listen, the new generation would have kept going, they'd have been out of business. So WWE would be where it was at without Austin Rock, Austin McMahon. Mm-hmm. That's where it is now. That's when the shit blew up. Let's be honest. That's when the shit blew up. The Attitude Era saved the WWE. Mm-hmm. But it was dying. For what it was 82 or 83 straight weeks. 83 straight weeks they got their face kicked in. That was the new generation era. But 83 straight weeks. I'm just saying, I mean, that's some golden stuff. But hey, I respect everybody's opinion. Hey,
absolutely.
I'm pro Rock everything, man. You and the Rock was always better as the cocky Cobra Hill. The final boss gimmick made WWE hot last year.
Fact.
It did.
It did.
It did. It did. I'm not eating popcorn right now.
Oh God.
Because of Hogan, because Andre Hogan, WWF created SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series was a staple of professional wrestling to this day. All big WrestleMania places. WrestleMania 3 started it. You're right.
I agree.
But when when they got out the golden age and they got the new generation, it was dead. It was on life support.
Mm-hmm.
And what revitalized it and brought it what it is today is Austin McMahon, Austin Rock. Because you got to remember that. It was dead. That Andre Hogan shit was dead. People was watching WCW in droves. It was dying. They had to change. And when WCW let Austin go, that was the biggest mistake they ever done. You gotta remember, and that toward the end of the new generation era, Rocky was the blue chip. Rocky Maivia.
There's the man right there. There's like blue chip prospect right there.
We hated it.
I hated it.
Die, Rocky, die.
Mm-hmm.
And that turned him into that cocky heel.
See, Rocky became cool when he went to the Nation.
Happy Juneteenth.
And Farouk said, "You're begging me to whoop your ass." That's what made him. That's what made him do. Was that sentence? You're begging me to whoop your ass.
Whoop your ass. Yep. You're begging me to whoop your ass. Mm-hmm. But I admit Stone Cold Steve Austin, WWE did surpass Hulk Hogan's WWF career, not including
Hogan. You can't say that. As much as we hate Hogan, without him, there is no WWF.
He said not including Hogan's first title run. That's that big title run he had. He said not including. So I get what he's saying. He's saying Stone Cold did it. He did surpass him in popularity, bro.
Yes.
For a while.
Yes. And his numbers prove it. More merch, more ratings, more money. Yes.
You did. He's saying that. I think that's what he's saying. He's saying that the first title run of Hogan's was legendary. So I get what he's saying. Stone Cold did surpass because, man, we still see Austin 316 merch.
Yep.
We still seeing people saying that's the bottom line and people flipping people off.
Yeah, I would say he's selling more merch.
Yeah, he's selling merch. He got merch. They're still like 316 shirts. So that's what I can say. It's still great. It's greatness, man. It's a great run. But let's get to camera 2 before we get
yes, please.
So let's get the camera 2. He said, like, yes, please.
Yes, please.
So let me get to. I told you I hate how they changed this damn thing. I used to have everything configured to where I get to it. Man, I couldn't get the other camera angle. I wanted the other angle. Cut the camera 2. Cut the camera 2, damn it. Cut the camera 2.
Brother, how can I be down? How can I get to the yams?
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Lord have mercy. And after that, it's over. You wake up and you don't even know what you done. Just a pool of sweat around your ankles and a deep sense of satisfaction. Give me a minute, Robert.
You look like you need to take 5.
Here we go.
Daddy long stroke.
You can't smoke it.
Daddy long stroke.
You can't toke it.
Daddy long stroke.
8 inches. Come on.
All right, I'll bring the videos next week, but I got all the pictures though. All right, we have.
Is it Clarissa?
I'm calling her Alexa Lopez. I don't give a shit. I
Okay.
got time with them names. She's showing Puerto Rican pride, isn't it?
Outstanding.
We got you just all Puerto Rico out today, Izzy. You just showing Puerto Ricans.
Puerto Rico. Oh, Puerto Rico. Okay.
We got her Latina. It's Lola.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, right in the face.
Yeah.
Would you love to take that move?
Let me think about that. Yeah.
Is Mrs. B around? I don't want you to get popped.
I don't know. Mrs. B sleeping.
There's an indie wrestler called Nikki Blackheart. Here you go. Why is she on my screen? Just the booty back.
I'll tell you what she wore on Wednesday.
It's growing.
Yeah, I'm about to say, if you seen what she wore on Wednesday, yeah.
The monster mortals? What is that? Mortals?
Mortos. The beast mortals.
The beast mortals is beasting her and making her grow. Yeah, man, I'm saying, hey, just go back. And it's just a cool ass shot with titties.
It is a cool ass shot.
Well, let's go back. I'm just saying, look at that. This
Clarissa.
I'm about to bust.
Okay.
You go back to her. Oh man, I know that was gonna make you laugh. Oh, where we go? Oh, whatever.
God, can she please lose that US belt?
Yes. Oh man, you got Lola up there.
Yes. The great Kurt Angle.
Yeah!
That is so perfect.
We got Nikki Blackheart. And we got the booty's back.
The booty's back.
She eating that stuff, man. She eating it. I'm just saying, hey. Ooh, man, do you hate her, man? You gotta like her.
Hate her. I hate the character she is. I don't hate her as a wrestler because she's good. You can even say great.
Yeah. And we have Charlotte. This is just a great shot, though.
That is a great shot.
I mean, hey, you ain't do this in a while. Oh, man, we'll do that in a while, man. Hey.
That was nice to hear.
We'll do that in a while. But hey, we thank y'all for submissions. Man. Guys, wait. I need to reveal my popcorn. I remember being at the Royal Rumble, 1991 won in Miami, Fort Row City, 3 guys, front row, born all things Hulk Hogan. Meanwhile, I'm rooting for the Ultimate Warrior to retain his championship. And
That
how
didn't happen.
the tables turned.
Nope, that didn't happen.
Everybody's born Nikki Blackheart, my future.
That's a beautiful woman.
Thicker than a pound of beef ribs. I think the people.
Nikki Blackheart, if Soraya and why are names escaping me? And Rhea had a baby. That's Nikki Blackheart.
Put up there. Y'all like what y'all see. And this is my comment section right now. I'm sorry.
I'm about to bust.
That's y'all in the comment section right now, man. Oh, we can't do the dance break.
No, that's retired.
Until we get somebody else to make it do that.
Well, we're still waiting on Miss Woods to do one.
Yeah, she was on here earlier.
I thought that.
Oh man, yeah. Oh, she's still up here. Nikki Blackheart, she's up here. Oh, just can't get off. Oh, guess she's gonna stay up here for the rest of the show. Can't get off.
Hey, why not? By the way, one last thing. Trips, now that Liv is gone for a while, retire the belts.
Yeah.
Retire them. Or give them back to NXT. Do one or the other. Just get rid of the women's tag belts. Anyway, shout out to you, boss. Shout out to our guest. He was amazing. Rika.
Yep. Ricker. Yep.
Ricker. Sorry. You were amazing. You were an amazing person. You were an amazing guest. Thank you for your knowledge. Thank you for telling us words that I think we needed to hear. And just thank you for your positivity. Thank you for all the comments. We appreciate it. We've always said, we love a spirited conversation. We are all about it. Thank you, Mrs. B. Get ready.
Get ready.
Get ready.
All right. We're gonna try to get the sports show going. I think I finally got some topics. Last week we just didn't have any topics to talk about. I just didn't want to be sitting down there and just looking. We finally got a topic to talk about, so it probably won't be long, but it will. I said we really gonna.
I'll tell you what. Some team got sold for a lot of money.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. And LeBron, with this ringless. I mean, with the ring argument, we're gonna talk about that. So it might not be long, but we're gonna try to get back, because birthday weekend. So I gotta have fun. Man, just want to say shout out to Rika for coming on here, and Wildlee for coming on here and sharing his knowledge. And like I say, it's definitely one of my favorite interviews. Definitely. Next week be early. So you got to get up. We coming here early at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to be like an hour and a half early. So we have to, because we international next week, bitch. So definitely we're going to have Paulo on here next week. And y'all show him some love. Once again, Moment of Truth faction. Jay set this up, so thank y'all for that. I just want to say, as I'm turning 40, it's a new milestone for me. Just want to keep getting greater and keep pushing us forward. And I just want to tell everybody, who've been telling me happy early birthdays, man. I thank y'all. And then the podcast is turning 5. It was a gift to myself. Something for me to do on my own. Something that was me. I ain't had no control. I ain't nobody trying to control me and what I do and what I say. I'm just proud to say that we stuck with it for 5 years when other people would have quit. Whenever time got hard, we stuck with it. We were innovators of this podcast and shit before it became popular. Nobody was doing podcasts when I started. Not everybody and their mama is doing podcasts. So I like to be a trailblazer for podcasts because not everybody was doing them. We were looked at as being weird for doing podcasts. Not everybody has podcasts. And like the last two guests we had, man, embrace your weirdness, man. That's you. That's what I'm going to do. From 40 on, I am embracing my weirdness. I love it. I love that I'm not like y'all. I'm loving like I'm not like others. I'm glad I don't follow people. I'm just happy and proud of y'all. Proud of the podcast. Proud of y'all for sticking with me. Proud, like Lala, she still sending me stuff. So she's still part of the fam, man. Nasty, all y'all who helped me start this to get where it is. I am appreciative. And man, here's to 5 more years on the podcast, man. Like I said, I'm proud of y'all, proud of how far we came. And man, Mrs. Young, get ready. The birthday weekend starts soon.
In 10.
We got a couple more days and then we're gonna go. Okay, you go. Nikki Blackheart has entered my top 10. Sable, Jacqueline, Tori Wilson, China, Nitro Girls, Flame, Medusa, Kimberly Page, Major Guns, Nikki Blackheart. Okay, got one.
Okay.
My Lakers got soul and Lakers Nation is celebrating. Trade LeBron and Bronny to Milwaukee for Giannis and his brothers ASAP.
Talk about that tomorrow.
Definitely. We'll be back tomorrow. The best podcast ever, period. You guys, the Dudley Boys ECW version of the.
I'll take that. I'll take it.
I'll take it, but I'd rather you to say it, the gangsters. That's more like it. That's more like it. I think we raw than the Dudley Boys. But I'll take it. I appreciate it, man. Tell a friend about us, and we'll be back tomorrow. This is your host, Bo Young. You got the Nefarious one. You'll see y'all later. Peace. We out.
We run this podcast and shit. Venomous Smoke Podcast.
Yep, I would be the chocolate Liam Neeson, bro. I'll be real with you. You call me that. You in my career. I got a special set of skills. I'm gonna call Pops up. Pops, load up the van.
God.
Pops, load up the van.
Black James Bond, Black Liam Neeson. Okay.
And then we know what Pops' answer gonna be. Where are we driving to?
Where we going?
No questions.
Where we going?
He's not asking no questions. He's not about to ask. What we doing? Why we load up the van? Load up the van. Where we going? I'm pissed. Who called me driver? The bloodline.
Go.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Izzy is watching baseball right now. The Mets must have.
Hit Alonso, baby!
He must have did something great.
Hit Alonso, 3-run homer! Yeah!
He was making a lot of Bullet Club references a month ago, so you might get Bullet Club versus Bloodline, and it will be horrendous. I mean, you got all the members of the Bullet Club minus Omega and the Young Bucks. That meant the game. All right, Doc, you should have a pick by now, Doc.
He ain't going with fucking the Packers. Come on, man.
No, it's not sleep or meditate. You all right?
He sleep.
Stop.
No,
Stop.
He sleep. He sleep.
Stop.
He put his hood on so he could look like Darth Vader.
He sleep.
Quick fucking statement. And yes, the Giants ownership is absolute trash. Them motherfuckers have, you know how many times they've been to the fucking playoffs since their last Super Bowl win?
Jesus Christ. I don't know.
0?
1, 0, twice.
Twice. The year Plasko shot himself in the fucking leg, and the other one when they beat the fucking Vikings in the playoffs. It is a disgrace. It's disgusting. It fucking sucks. It's horrible. It should not happen. This is one of the great franchises in sports, and you're relegating me to watch this shit? Do you think I want to watch fucking Thursday? Mrs. V, do I want to watch the game on Thursday? Hell no! Hell no!
She ain't letting you watch that game on Thursday.
That Thanksgiving game should be moved. Nobody wants to see Tommy DeVito versus fucking Cooper Rush.
Do you think I want to eat my fucking turkey? I want to watch that garbage? I'd rather watch It's a Wonderful Life. I'd rather watch that Charlie Brown Christmas. They fucking suck. They suck. Fuck. Fuck. I'm done.
Somebody TV or that's Doc TV?
My TV's off.
I don't have a TV on.
Hey, mine's.
That's Doc. Doc sleep.
Busted.
Yeah!
Yo, we think we got that one.
There you go. There you go.
Were you sleeping?
Oh yeah, he's sleeping.
Moving.
Boy,
We gonna tip that one.
boy, done. I told y'all I didn't have my leftovers, so now it hit your boy now.